$100,000 seems like lots of money until you learn they lost both legs, had a brain injury, or were paralyzed and can never work again. All law firms are not the same. To see what your case may be worth, go to forthepeople.com and look at our verdicts and settlements for cases just like yours. Look before you leave. Hire the right lawyer. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Want to win a free motorcycle? I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving away a free motorcycle valued up to $20,000. All you have to do is go to bikerswinorlando.com. That's bikerswinorlando.com. Enter today at bikerswinorlando.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. See rchill.com for details.
Embark on a journey through the most absurd moments of the human story with Ridiculous History, the podcast that explores the bizarre corners of human existence, like the evolution of the toilet, the story of Comic Sans, or the exploits of the notorious Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr is like, one day, my life is going to be part of a musical.
However, though, he probably didn't necessarily at this point think that he was going to be the villain.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
Wow. This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill. With Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeart Media, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seeley.
It is Friday, March 22nd, 2024. Lots to get to today. From the hot dog hooker is back. to the Miami billionaire melting down on Instagram, and a city starts selling houses for $1 each. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And welcome back, Sabrina.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
Hope you're hanging in there. Hope everything is as good as it can be.
You know, it was a time, and I really appreciate both of you because you've been wonderful and very flexible, and I love everybody and ready to have some fun, huh?
Well, just so you know, we barely made it through because I am dying over here.
I could hear it in your voice. What happened? You have a scream off?
No, you know what? There was a super spreader, okay? There was a super spreader at Just Okay. There was somebody who was just like...
COVID?
I don't know what it is. I don't know to take tests anymore. At this point, I just know. Started to feel that thing in the back of my throat, and then all the rest just starts to fall in line. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, hold on.
Did you end up checking your inbox?
I'm looking right now. There's a last-minute message right here.
What?
That's right. There's a last-minute message from the Just Okay super spreader who got me sick.
Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
We did it, everybody!
Yeah! We did it, super
We made
spreader.
ourselves from a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. You did good this week, folks. You did real good. I mean, you didn't really, because it's like one of these hack-ass weeks where most people are checked out for spring break and on vacation and stuff. It's like...
The weather, I woke up so late today. I mean, I just, like, happened to open my eyes, and I'm like, Alexa, what time is it? And she's like, 8:45. And I sprung up like... I almost said a chicken with its head off. What's the phrase?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. A chicken with his head cut off.
Ran around with just socks and a hat on. I'm like, I should put clothes and then do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Friday, baby.
It'll do it to you. It like lulls you into that weird state when it's real, like wet and rainy and
yummy.
How you feeling, C-Lan? You hanging in there?
I'm good. I'm a little stuffy, but...
oh, my God, you're sick, too?
I'm not sick. No, don't say that word. Please.
I'm telling you, there was a super spreader in attendance. There was somebody who was just sneezing on everything.
Well, then why did it hit you faster than me?
I bet it was the guy who grabbed your ass.
It might have been. That's
Went
where
right
it started.
Through your BH, the sickness.
Or the grabbing of my ass made it a stronger virus and just started spreading around more right after that. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to the hot dog hooker is back, friends.
Oh, baby.
This is a woman in Long Island who calls herself the hot dog hooker, and her real name is Katharina Scalia.
Yeah, let's go with hot dog hooker.
57 years old. And as of this week, she's been charged with 3 counts of stalking.
3 at once?
Yeah, 3 of them. Accused of repeatedly harassing a 51-year-old male employee at some Main Street business center and at his home. And according to officials, she exposed her breasts and made anti-Semitic remarks to the man after he told her multiple times to go away. Because, that's how one does things, I guess.
I feel like there's a question everyone's asking. Where do the hot dogs come in?
The hot dogs come into play. Just the history of this woman. I'll take you back.
I think you know where they go.
Well, let's don't do that. Let's go on a little adventure here with a hot dog hooker.
You don't get a name like hot dog hooker without,
By the way, I fixed something today, and let me open the curtain a little bit for you. So when we showed the curtain on the live stream on YouTube and Twitch, it worked fine for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden it like got real temperamental in the last couple of months here, and I struggle with it. I have to like plug it in, plug it out.
Oh, you mean show the laptop? You said curtain.
Yeah, I was like, what happened with the curtain?
No, sorry, I got the
take wheel brain,
the cold.
Oh God, and the mug too. That's sweet.
Yeah. So I have to plug this thing in out 400 times to get the video from the laptop working. And I looked down there and I said, maybe it's just those wires. And I replaced one wire yesterday, and it works absolutely perfectly right now.
Oh, good.
And when I told Courtney, I was like, it's so great. It works perfectly now in the studio. And Courtney goes, why didn't you do that a long time ago? And I'm like, oh, my God. You know what? All right, let's go back to the hot dog hooker. Here she is over the course of history.
Having sex for money and disguising her operation with a hot dog
That's her coming out of
truck
jail.
that she ran in Baldwin.
So a Long Island woman who became known as the hot dog.
That's her on a swing in her front yard with a pillow that she wrote lap dance on, and she's trying to charge for lap dances in her front yard. This hot dog lady.
Something else.
How
got
much do you think a
career.
front yard lap dance costs?
I would hope sub $10. You know, it's a front yard
Do you
ordeal.
have to have the lap dance done in the front yard, or does she allow you into the home?
I think it's
That's
going to
a
be
big
done
difference.
on that swing would be my guess, but maybe not. Maybe she hooks you in on the swing and then brings you inside.
Wow.
But she's a little anti-Semitic, I guess, as well. Let's see if they go over that.
Has set up shop once again, but outside of
Smoking
her
a cigarette.
East Rockaway home.
All right, and once again, she's offering
Look
more
at this
than just
lady
hot dogs.
cheesing.
Here's Gary Drew.
Get a wiggle with your wiener.
Oh,
my.
We first told you about her.
Get a wiggle with your wiener. This lady, I don't know if she's still selling the dogs, but she's a marketing whiz, okay? She knows what she's doing here.
Showed her boobs just enough that they did one strip of blur. No cleavage.
Yeah, she put them right out there.
Here's Gary Drew.
Get a wiggle with your wiener.
You may remember the name Catherine Scalia. We first told you about her nearly
Hell no,
4
you
years
remember
ago.
the name Hot Dog Hooker. You don't
That's
remember
way
Catherine
catchier.
Scalia?
This lady is putting herself out there. I'm here for it. I am here for it today.
When she became known in the press as the so-called hot dog hooker. Scalia sold
World
hot
Stars
dogs out of a
watermark.
trailer dressed only in a bikini and was busted for offering sex to an undercover cop.
I solicited
Gotcha.
an undercover officer. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Oh, my God.
This lady's great.
I'm a fan. Subscribe.
You're how was I supposed to know?
He was an undercover officer. I'm just trying to offer some sex in front of my front yard.
She's got that very particular smoky New York City voice.
All day. Long Island.
Yeah, the Long Island voice. Yeah, that's probably a better estimation for where she's from there.
I told this guy,
on
come
account
to
of the
my
name.
house. I'm going to do a strip. We're going to have fun, and you're going to go home, and that's going to be the end. I didn't know I was going to be in cuffs all over the news again.
At the time, she
Again.
was sentenced to 7 days behind bars.
And
When
she's
I
flicking
gave
off
the undercover...
Yeah, flicking off the cameras when she comes out of the jail.
Also, her
Now-
hair is brilliant.
She's an absolute mess.
Could you imagine being the cameraman that's we have an assignment for you. The hot dog hooker is being released from jail, and we need you to set up on a tripod.
And wide frame, please, because her hair's 3 feet tall.
Be waiting for her.
Sean on YouTube says, good for her. Who cares? Hey, she's just out there hawking her wares, man. She's just getting her name out there. Unfortunately, now she's got these stalking
The
charges.
lap dance, I had pants on. And when I did it, all I showed him was this.
She's pulling down her top
I didn't
again.
even go topless.
Now
Didn't even go
Scalia is at...
Oh, look, she's got her business card, which does not look anything like her.
Guys, we have to talk to her on the show.
Oh, you think she'll join us?
I
Oh,
wish
I
they
would
didn't
love
blur
that.
out the business card. It
Yeah,
has a
okay.
number on it.
Would have made it very easy.
Again.
They're real. These aren't silicone.
Here she is posing outside her East Rockaway home offering lap dances to those who drive by. She says what she's doing is legal.
To the younger generation out there, do your lap dances. It's safe and it's legal.
But
It's safe and it's legal,
This
she
has
says.
brought me so much joy.
Do your lap dances.
I didn't even get fully nude.
You know what? Alicia's right. Alicia says she sounds like an SNL character, yes, but she's real. She's a real ass lady. You want more of her? Or are we done with the hot dog
no,
cooker?
give me more,
I
please.
got a little bit more. Let's see.
who live nearby have had enough. There are dozens of complaints on a Facebook page called You Know You're From East Rockaway when and neighbors say Scalia's behavior has been going on for a long time.
That sign has been there for many years.
My kids are going to see that. It's disgusting. I don't know how she keeps getting away with it.
Still, Scalia says she has no plans to stop, even using the Fox 5 cameras to promote her dancing.
I got another 20 years to go before I drop dead. So I want you to send all the guys to 12 Maxwell Street, East Rockaway. Lunch and a lap dance.
Lunch, too.
From the Queen.
All right, there she goes.
I want to know what she's serving for lunch.
The hot dogs, I thought.
The hot dogs, yeah. You get them hot dogs, and then you get a little lap dance.
Oh,
and
man, that was wonderful.
wow, what a journey. There she is, the hot dog hooker, back in the news once more.
Thank you for that.
Well, we've got a lot to journey through today. One thing real quick I do want to toss in just because I saw it out there a little while ago. Nothing as far as a confirmation just yet. And we'll scour over it as the info comes in. But a body was found earlier today in the Nashville River where authorities were searching for Riley Strain. That's the Mizzou college student that disappeared back on March 8th. And a lot of people believed he was in that river. And they found a body. No confirmation as of the time, we're speaking here, but we'll keep an eye on it right now. All right, when we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll figure out what's wrong with the kids, and all hell breaks loose on an American Airlines flight, and we shall listen in. What's it sound like? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Enjoy your dominance over artificial intelligence while you can.
Did the coffee machine always have a laser cannon?
Tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeart Radio.
Doing a quick checkup on some of the major roadways. There's an accident causing delays southbound on Florida's Turnpike at Hancock Road. Authorities are working on an accident on 1792 southbound at Sweetwater Club Boulevard. And traveling on I-4 this morning, you could expect your regular delays before US 27 and approaching Sand Lake Road. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a new Samsung Galaxy A15 for just $99. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. In-store activation on single Silver Unlimited plan or higher required. Family plan discount with 4 lines all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle. Unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Homeowners, are you ready to love your home again? Install Brick Paver can build eye-catching walkways, patios, or driveways. They can build custom fire pits for relaxing with your family. They even build outdoor kitchens and build retaining walls. Everything you need to create a perfect outdoor paradise. Install Brick Paver can do it with spectacular results. Go to installbrickpaver.com to see our amazing home makeovers. You can also get a free no-obligation quote for your outdoor project. Call for free information now. 407-337-4040. Call 407-337-4040. Install Brick Paver is a family-owned and operated company with over 20 years experience and fantastic Google reviews. We are Orlando's finest family-owned paving experts. Fire pits, pool decks, paver driveways, patios, and hardscaping. Install Brick Paver does it all. Call for your free estimate now. Get in early before our spring schedule gets booked. Call 407-337-4040. That's 407-337-4040.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sports book and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials. But if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times. From Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone, and taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeart Media gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeart Media is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
Wow. This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill. With Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
The Lombardi may have been lifted, but that doesn't mean there's no football to talk about. It's the offseason, and there's no better way to stay up to date with the latest from our league than with the Around the NFL podcast for news and fresh content all offseason long. From the start of free agency, where we'll break down familiar faces headed to new places, to the next generation of superstars walking across that stage at the NFL draft. Listen to the Around the NFL podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Heed the call.
Presented by T-Mobile for Business. Now is the time for 5G business.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Radio. 104.1.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
About now that they've confirmed that it was Riley Strain's body that they found in that river in Nashville, and that was one of the big stories of the week. And this kid from Mizzou just goes down there. He's trying to hang out in Nashville for spring break. He's having some drinks with his friends. He gets booted out of a bar. One of his friends is following him, then stops going down the stairs and goes back into the bar to pay the tab. And he wanders off going the wrong way, the opposite direction from his hotel in Nashville. And then very clearly it would seem that, he wandered along the embankment of the river, and he's not the only one who's fallen in this damn thing. It's really, really, truly unfortunate that that's how that story played out. But they're now confirming, I believe, Nashville police, that it was the body of Riley Strain that they found in the river in Nashville. Been missing for about 2 weeks or so before this. All right, big question for you. There's a lot of stories out there, especially this week. I don't know why, especially this week, but it is about how the youngins, the Gen Z kids, maybe even Gen Alpha, really, the Utes out there, about how they're really not happy. They're upset. They've got a lot of things going on that keep them in a very sad state of mind. And all the oldos try to poke around in the information they could bring in and go, why are the youngins sad? So we have sort of a cross-generational pointing of fingers going on. And one of the stories I saw out this weekend, there's a whole bunch of these from Axios, and they said screen time is to blame for kids' mental health crisis, according to research.
Really?
They're saying it's the time that they're spent on their phones that has fundamentally changed the way teen brains are working. They said rates of depression and anxiety, and by the way, this is fairly unquestionable about the depression and anxiety. They rose more than 50% in studies from 2010 to 2019. The suicide rate for kids between 10 and 14 tripled between 2007 and 2021. The share of U.S. high school girls who seriously considered doing this jumped from 19 to 30 in 2021. It's just a lot of bad numbers for young people in their status of health and stuff. But when I think about this and go, what's causing it? I love the super oldo remedy of this is what they're literally calling for. They're saying we have to give teenagers only flip phones at the most before they turn 18.
Yeah, that's it. Not
all you get.
More mental health facilities and resources. It's just give them flip phones because it's very much the argument of video games cause school shooting.
Kind of, but I think it's more like this. Think about it from this perspective for a second. You're saying we need more mental health facilities or, other things to help people out when they're like this. I think these people are saying we got to stop it before it gets to that, right? Like they're saying the social media time these teens are spending is leading to them seeking out that kind of help.
That's going to be kind of hard when, babies have iPads.
Right.
At some point, you're going to have to take away the smarter device and
you
roll
can't do
them
it.
And backslide into a flip phone. That's
and
not
by
going
the
to happen.
way, let's start off with tiny morsels here. Let's start off with doing the smart thing and telling kids that they can't bring their phones to school or that they can't utilize their phones in school and punishing them for bringing their phones to school. That's good. That works. We've seen the data that shows that works. But if you think you're going to get all teenagers on flip phones until they're 18 years old, that's the most unrealistic thing I've heard in a very long time. You're not putting the genie back in the bottle. This would have been like when we were younger, if there was a study that came in and it said younger kids are more upset than they've ever been. There's a mental health crisis for younger kids right now. And they said, what we got to do is we have to downgrade them from DSL and cable internet to dial-up internet. And that will solve the conundrum that we're facing here. You would have never been able to do it. You're not going to be able to roll that rock back. There's no way in hell that you can get these kids to change this. Because as C-Lane said, it's such a big part of everything. Little kids have tablets. Why? Because it works. It educates them. It distracts them. Let's be honest, the distraction is one of the big parts of why people give the kids the tablets. But that's fine.
Could you imagine how excruciating that scenario that you just laid out would be for people to roll them back to dial-up speeds?
Oh God,
I don't know.
I don't even know. To wait 30 seconds for it to beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Besides, the main landing page of Google.com, which is probably the most simple website that we visit. Anything after that
would be forever.
I mean, the reason. One thing moves with the other, right? The internet's a lot faster, so we've given it more load. You know what I mean? We've given it bigger websites to take
Give it
on.
more load.
Give it more load. Load it up.
Load to the face.
Big old load of internet.
Well, over on Twitch, they say my 11-year-olds are glued to their phones, watching every loud YouTuber they can. And boy, are they getting louder. Bootsy Moonshine says, I also think admitting mental struggles is less of a stigma now. I think that's a decent portion of the rise, personally. I think the idea that the Generation Z and Gen Alpha have been much more open about talking about things like this, maybe even in some cases to excess, but because they've been more open about it, they're more willing to go, yes, I felt this way. Yes, I feel. So I think a lot of the numbers can be tied to that. And I think it would be much more likely that it would be that as opposed to, they're on their smartphones. And the reason for that is you could do that in every generation. Like you could say Gen X. Why did Gen X get a little different? And why did they get more depressed or something? Well, because their parents sat them right in front of the television. Right? It was the first time when everybody was watching television all the time. And just endless channels and stuff. So they plopped them down right in front of the TV. And then you say, okay, well, the millennials was because of high-speed internet access to be able to see nude photographs or anything. You could do this for every generation. And honestly, you could probably take it back to like the invention of motor vehicles. Like, now that people can leave the farm and go to a public gathering spot, they can see more people and there's more pressure on them for the way they look. You're never going to fix this kind of stuff necessarily. You have to just make it work within the bounds of what you're dealing with. And by the way, I don't blame the new parents for putting iPads in their kids' hands. I think some of them do it excessively, but I don't blame them for doing it. Just like I don't blame the parents for putting their kids in front of the TV. You know who blames those people? People who don't have kids. Those are the people who blame those people, all right?
And
people
sit
who
in
don't
front
have
of the TV
kids,
all the time.
Yeah, do it themselves, right? And if they were to have a kid, they go, oh, God, just give me 5 minutes. I need 5 minutes. I just need a tiny little break right now. That's what happens in so many of these cases. But this says no smartphones for kids before high school. Psychologists are suggesting a ban. Good luck with that. It just ain't going to happen. I'm sorry.
No way.
Shouldn't psychologists be learned enough to be reasonable?
Yeah, be realistic.
For their ideas to be, to be like rooted in something that makes sense that might actually happen? Or are we just kind of throwing out things now just to see what people say?
And also, how many psychologists? Like, it's easy to say psychologists, study, blah, 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 but it could be 4 people that, don't really, I don't know, it's just for the line and the juicy headline versus are we doing this actual research?
I think there is a decent amount of them now that view the internet and social media in particular to be a negative contributor to the lives of younger people. And like, you can see where that happens. It's like we went from bullying in school and the anti-bullying campaigns to bullying online is way worse, man. Oh, I couldn't imagine being like a high school age kid right now. It's a nightmare. For me, I would go to the bus stop and these kids would try to screw around with me and bully me and stuff. At school, I might get messed with a little tiny bit, not too much.
Not overall. After you brought that yellow belt to school and everybody got in line.
That was middle school. That didn't help me too much.
Did you wear it all day or just at the bus stop?
I don't remember. I think it might have been all day. It was probably longer than it needed to be. But when I got home and it got dropped off at the bus stop, I could haul ass down 49th Street in the acreage. Once I got to my house and put DuckTales on, the world was fine. There was no more people messing with me. But if you are younger now, you get all these notifications on all these different platforms that maybe somebody said. So that does suck. Like, it's not fun. It's tough. But there's also lots of good things. Kids can get more intelligent because of all these resources.
And a lot of kids who don't have friends at school are finding communities online and people that
100%
they can relate to. But it's such a difference though. And it's so weird to think what our childhood and our, growing up was like versus what they're dealing with now. I can't imagine being a parent trying to navigate all of that.
And by the way, especially nerds, like young nerd culture kids, they wouldn't have enough people to connect with in their school. And now they go online and there's a lot of people like me. There's dozens of us if you're a never nude, but there's lots of people who are in this category. I do think that actually helps. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. On to an American Airlines flight where a passenger decided to freak out. There was a couple of these stories this week. This is merely one of them, friends. And this particular guy was put in a headlock and escorted off the plane in a chaotic scene after he hurled an anti-Semitic slur at a flight attendant. Because why not, friends? It was a flight headed from Tampa to Philadelphia. Let's listen in.
I'll see about it with you. What? You as a human, and it's because I'm sitting down and I'm lower than you?
He's saying the K word, just for the record. The K word that you might hurl at Jewish people, about 4 letters long.
My God.
That's one of the passengers pulling him down.
In a chokehold.
Yeah.
Don't touch anybody.
Oh, I like this guy. He's grabbing a hold of this idiot.
Just this, the shoulder, and then if you look behind him, a guy's just like with his coffee, like, can we just Move on, please.
This is America. This guy right here in the Philly shirt. Sealand, show this real quick. This guy right here in the Philly shirt is America. He's got his Starbucks. He's not even flinching.
He's like, here we go. All right, doesn't he have a phone
He
in his
got a
hand?
front row seat, so.
And then we have Florida guy with a no sleeve Ron John shirt. He's like, yeah, man, Joe called him for sure.
Like the Phillies guy is so unfazed by what's going on this plane. I'm going to put this up on See It Now since it's a visual. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and take a look at this snapshot of our country on a plane on an American Airlines flight. What do you think? Would you jump up and stop somebody who freaked out like this? Let's toss that out there. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Boom. We're going to do some of those in a moment here. And also, there's a movie that's coming out this weekend. And I wanted to go see it, honestly. And I still think I will, just to make up my own mind. But my God, is this thing getting slammed. Like,
we're
everybody.
talking about Roadhouse?
No.
That I do want to see. That will be on Prime, I believe.
Yes, that's on Prime as of now. I believe that's on demand. But this is a different one. And man, are there some mean things people are saying about this movie. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast across central Florida. And for the rest of today, we are expecting a bit of a gloomy day, a mostly cloudy sky, but we will expect the heaviest of the rain to continue to exit through the late morning hours. But by the early afternoon, we'll be mostly dry, leaving us with just some patchy sprinkles over the course of your Friday afternoon. For Saturday morning, we'll see the return of a good soaking rain with a few thunderstorms possible, especially south of Orlando. Plenty of dry time, though, through midday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Come to Audible and discover the best selection of audiobooks without exception. Bestsellers, new releases, plus podcasts and exclusive Audible originals. You'll find everything you love all in one place. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Right now, we're in that period of springtime when the weather is back and forth, snip, snap, but your AC is the one that's going through a rough time right now. And you need to make sure that everything looks good. And preventative maintenance can save you money and even detect an upcoming breakdown. That's the number one reason I tell people to get preventative maintenance from Mills Air. They're ready to help you out right now. Give them a call sometime this weekend. They'll schedule something very quickly for you. They'll run out one of their experts. They're incredibly professional. They are incredibly well-informed of how all brands of air conditioners work. And what they do is they look at your AC from top to bottom, your whole system, in fact. And preventative maintenance can not only save you money, it can indeed detect an upcoming breakdown. So give Mills Air a call, 407-277-1159. They are a Carrier factory authorized dealer getting you huge rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to Mills Air. So visit them online right now. Go to millsair.com.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Ron Johnson from Utah. After 10 weeks of taking Andro 400, I lost 13 pounds, and my waist went from 36 to 33. That was 8 years ago. I continue to take Andro 400, and I've maintained my weight at 172. Gained muscle and energy. I'm 63 now and feel better than I have in 30 years.
Andro 400, the natural way to increase testosterone, lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great. Try Andro 400, the safe, effective, affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Watching the Magic game from home means squeezing 4 friends onto a 2-person couch and dealing with that one guy always blocking the TV. But if you win free tickets to the game with Total by Verizon, you'll kick back with a fresh serving of nachos and witness all the action up close. Seems like an easy call. Head to the nearest Total by Verizon store for a chance to win. No purchase necessary. Ends April 1st, 2024. Legal residents of Florida who reside within 150 miles of Orlando, Florida, but not within 75 miles of Miami, Florida. Only 18 plus. See rules for more info available at tvvstoreticketsweeps.com.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 original stations, like 24/7 comedy.
If they were really donut holes, the bag would be empty.
When you need to laugh, just open the free iHeart Radio app and search comedy.
Should we call someone? I'm like, no, that's his face.
iHeart Radio. Free never sounded so good.
My name is Chris Riccobono, founder of Untuckit. 13 years ago, we redefined men's casual style with the original Untucked shirt. Over the years, we've applied the same obsession for the perfect fit to pants, polos, and sports coats, to name a few. We've literally got you covered from head to toe. We also have a great women's collection and just launched a big and tall line too. With 20 new stores planned in 2024, we will now have over 100 globally. Visit us at untuckit.com or one of our many stores.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
Spin. They can't come up with any new clever ideas. They keep flopping over and over again. Some of the biggest outlets like Disney just putting out crap that nobody wants to see. And every once in a while you get something big that comes out. People go nuts for it. Honestly, the big surprise as of the last couple of months of the box office has been weird stuff. Like there was
weird how like
well there was a Christian TV series. And they released a couple of episodes, like the final 2 episodes or 3 episodes of this Christian TV show exclusively in the theaters first. And so all these folks who were Christian were like, all right, let's go represent, grab our Bibles, go out to the movie theater. And they start watching this movie. And it did surprisingly well in the theaters. On the other end of the spectrum, there were a couple of animes that did a very similar thing where they released like 2 episodes. The only way you could watch them was in theaters. All these folks went out there. And then there's been like a couple of movies that have popped up here and there that have surprised and done very well. I don't think there's been anything that's been a runaway hit in 2024. Can you guys think of anything that's just like been huge numbers in 2024?
No.
Barbie and all that was last year. That's
Right.
all over with. Those were big, but I don't know if there's
Really
been any.
Dune?
Dune was
2. Yeah.
Dune 2 was pretty big. That's a pretty big franchise, and that's been one of the standouts, I think, in the last bit. Can't watch it myself because Courtney doesn't like all the sand.
I've watched
too sandy.
the first one finally, and
Oh, did you?
I mean, it's really cool. But also, I had no idea what was going on
Me
the whole
either.
time. Like, it
I
looked
know.
awesome, and I'm like, I think I understand it. But let's go see Dune 2 and get more confused.
Like they got little nose filters. I noticed that are going in that they're like so they don't breathe the sand in or something.
And the sand is made of spice, but there's giant worms.
Really?
I don't know.
God.
But it looks
it's been
cool.
a long time.
It's very well put together.
Well, out this weekend, you've got a couple of things. As you guys mentioned before the break, what's it called? Not Roundhouse. I wanted to call Roundhouse. Roadhouse. Roadhouse is coming out on Amazon on demand. Amazon's got some decent stuff in the works.
Is there going to be commercials in the middle of it?
I think it is. Yes, I think there are, even for
So
subscribers. Yeah, if you're on like the lower levels, because we started getting that. We've been watching. What network is this on? I think Max.
Apple Never Falls?
No, Palm Royale, Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Palm
Still
Royale
haven't
on
started
Apple TV.
that, but maybe this weekend.
It's fun. I think you'll like it. It's sort of like a woman dies, and then they give you all these stories around it, and you got to figure out, who done it, kind of thing. Great acting. I think it's fun. I think people will enjoy that. But in the theaters, it's Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
I heard that one's going to be really good.
And you would think like Ghostbusters, all right, it's a big name. It could bring some people in. My God. Other than somebody that I just saw on chat that said they enjoyed it, I have seen some of the worst comments about this movie.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. The first thing that I saw was I thought it was going to be like a climate change thing or something. That's why it was a Frozen Empire. I don't know that that's the case. I think it's just like
that would be
A twist?
ill-conceived if they tried to, like, during a Ghostbusters reboot, have some sort of political, background or some sort of
Could you
secret.
imagine the ghost term? We're like, we're just here because the world is melting, guys. We need to stop flying private jets.
I don't think that's it. Let me see. I got the plot here in front of me. Okay, so it said the plot. Simple enough. In Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the Spengler family decide to leave Somerville, Oklahoma, and go back to where it all started, iconic New York City and the firehouse. And they help the original Ghostbusters, who've developed a top secret research lab to take busting ghosts to a whole new level. But when the discovery of an ancient artifact unleashes an evil force, so like an ancient artifact freezes everything, Ghostbusters new and old, so like the newfangled Ghostbusters and the old school ones, have to work together to save the world from a second ice age. That's the plot of this.
Okay.
Here's what people are saying. All right, I got a couple of things here. Artless, soulless, joyless concoction of corporate vapidity, says somebody.
Right, got it.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire doubles down, fully committing to its existence as a cynical nostalgia raid masquerading as a movie. It's officially time to stop calling the Ghostbusters, this one says. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire puts the franchise on very thin ice. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is messy, visually unappealing, and worst of all, unfunny, and is further evidence that major studios too often rely on brand recognition to make them money rather than putting together a film worthy of the audience's time.
See, that's weird because somebody on Rotten Tomatoes from the Associated Press said it was a significant upgrade from Afterlife, which relocated the action to Oklahoma and forgot to pack any comedy. So I was like, I thought Afterlife was decent. So if it's an upgrade, I'm all for it.
Like there was the all-women one, which didn't do as well. Then there was this one that you're talking about, which I did watch and I thought was okay. Like not the greatest thing I've ever seen. I never even rewatched it, but I thought it was okay. And now there's this one, but maybe they're just relying too much on the cast. They got Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, McKenna Grace, Kumail Nanjiani, however you say his name, Patton Oswalt, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Annie Potts, and Celeste O'Connor. A lot of big names, original Ghostbusters and new Ghostbusters. But can they make it happen?
I like how they upgraded Annie Potts to an actual Ghostbuster because the other one died.
Oh, yeah. Was she the lady at the desk? Is that who Annie Potts is? Okay.
Hello, right. Ghostbusters.
I love that accent.
What's the main ghost, the one that always shows up?
Slimer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes.
So Slimer's a good time.
But yeah, it's got, let's see, on Rotten Tomatoes, go back to the numbers, 45% on the tomato meter. Audience score, 86%.
That's not bad for an audience score. This may just be a reviewers hate it kind of thing, right? Like, so if reviewers are, what'd you say, 47?
45.
45, and the audience is in the 80s? Maybe not enough people have seen it and reviewed it just yet. That could be one of the problems that we're looking at here. John on YouTube says, Courtney's going to say the movie has too much ice. Could be. John, she's against these things. Ready? Sand. If there's too much sand, she thinks it's ugly, and she doesn't want to watch it. If there's too much space, she's not a big fan of space stuff. I really had to drag her into the astronaut one with, what's his name?
Matt Damon?
No, the new one.
George Clooney.
No, the funny one. Adam Sandler. The Adam Sandler one where he's like, Spaceman, where he's like a cosmonaut.
I have not seen that yet.
It's okay, but it's really weird that he's a cosmonaut and doesn't.
Why would you pick Russian?
Yeah, and he's not a Russian guy. Does
he do a Russian accent?
If he's doing it, I didn't pick up on the fact that he was. It just sounded like Adam Sandler.
Bobby Boucher again.
He just regular ass Adam Sandler, where every 4 movies.
I got to fly in the rocket.
Now do that with a Russian accent.
Well, it's hard to mash those two things together. Oh, I want to go German now. Nope. It's not happening, guys.
And that's why Adam Sandler is a brilliant actor.
Right? Z-Lane got right up to the diving board and looked over and then just, no.
Never again.
All right, we're going to go to you at your dispatches. Tell us what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours right now. The Miami Marlins, Sabrina's baseball team.
Hey, my babies.
Guess what? They are busting wide open the world of baseball.
And I'm trying to find it right now.
Now do it as a Russian cosmonaut.
And Adam
Let's
Sandler.
play baseball.
So the Miami Marlins have a new idea to get people into baseball. Of course, it's spring. Spring training is out there. Our friend Fritz is big into baseball. I'm sure he's watching, right? The Miami Marlins are offering a special promotion. Tell me if you guys are into this. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me it's hot dog hooker.
It's not hot dog hooker, but that would be a genius tie-in. That would be good for them to do. They say the new offer for the upcoming MLB season, I guess that maybe for the next one, they said you can attend any game of your choice and eat as much as you want, starting at $52. Okay, so for a ticket, you pay $52. A ticket includes seats in the Legends level, 201 to 204, and access to the Caliente Grill concession stand. You can eat all you can eat, hot dogs, chili dogs, nachos with cheese, chili nachos, cheeseburgers, popcorn, peanuts, cookies, and non-alcoholic beverages for $52 at the ballpark. This is one of those things, in my estimation, that's done because it's probably hard to hit the break even. Like, what's a hot dog cost at a ballpark? $8 or something, maybe?
I mean, you'd be surprised. I feel like it's
way more than it was.
Expensive now.
Yeah, it used to be like a couple of bucks. Now it's probably like $8, $10 even. But if you're eating hot dogs, how many are you really going to eat with all you can eat plan?
Exactly.
This is like
all you can eat sounds like a fun thing, and then you go, I am full.
Yeah, then you can't do it. So like Rocco's Tacos has a deal, and I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but just go with me on this. Let's say the tacos are $4 a piece. They'll have a $25 all-you-can-eat taco thing. But how many people are eating more than 4 tacos or like 5 tacos max? There's like only a handful of people that are coming in there to truly take advantage. So how many chili dogs you going to pound, buddy? Like, you're going to be hurting when you leave this place. That could be an absolute nightmare. Speaking of that, before we
do a number on your sodium.
It is. It's going to be spiked triglycerides through the ceiling and back. Celine, maybe you know some about this as well, but it's been interesting watching what's happening with the Los Angeles Dodgers and their superstar, Shohei Ohtani. And this guy
That's
is
when
the
they
dude.
paid like a lot of money, right?
I think it was the record for the biggest sports contract ever signed.
Yeah, it was like huge money contract they signed for this guy. And now his interpreter and buddy, Ipe Mizuara, doing my best over here.
You sound like a sim.
Well, Ipe Mizuara, which is my guess. Sounds a bit like that. They said that he has now been fired by the Los Angeles Dodgers over allegations of theft related to an illegal gambling operation. So here's some of the details real quick, and then what can happen next. ESPN said that Mizuara said Ohtani himself spent $4.5 million to a bookie to pay off his translator and interpreter's gambling debts. On Wednesday, Ohtani's lawyer said he didn't make the payments, but he was the victim of a massive theft by his interpreter. Later that day, the interpreter changed the story and said that Ohtani didn't know about any of it, and he definitely did not transfer any money. Now, why? Why the discrepancy here? On one side, this guy, this huge superstar the Dodgers paid so much money for, he sees his friend get in trouble with a bookie. He feels bad. He's got all the money in the world. He pays $4.5 million so his friend's kneecaps don't get busted out, right? That's one side. The other side is, according to somebody who would know, Pete Rose and others, if you pay a gambling debt off for somebody else, it's just as bad as you doing that gambling to begin with.
Is it really?
And in baseball, if you gamble on a game, whether you're betting for yourself or against yourself, it does not matter. If you're gambling, it's the end of your career in some cases. Like Pete Rose's entire legacy has been trounced by this. And Ohtani was paid $700 million in that contract. So this, oh boy, this could be real bad. Baseball experts, that means anybody with even a slight bit more knowledge than me, which is definitely you, go to thenewsjunkie.com. Let us know what you think right now as we go over to, let's see, our first dispatch of the day.
And that's sports for you.
Yeah, that's all the sports we got. Here's Holly Bobali chiming in.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Long time
y'all.
no dispatch. You guys were talking about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire and hoping that it had nothing to do with global warming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aquaman 2 kind of did that.
Did it?
They were a little bit in that arena, but the movie was really good, so I can't hate on it. But they definitely were into the people are making the world melt, and because of that, creatures are coming back, and then the bad guy accelerates it.
Uh-oh.
Blah, 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 blah. But it's pretty fun. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.
My will, Holly Bobali, has not been bended to watch any of the Aquaman stuff. And I think it's because of like an inherent bias I have. I've always viewed Aquaman as so nerdy. Just like the most nerdy thing.
Says the guy who has an entire fish tank. This is your movie, man.
I like fish. I like aquariums. I like saltwater aquariums in particular.
I see what you mean. Like, of the superheroes you could pick from,
yeah,
it's Aquaman's like down there with Green Lantern.
Yes. Give me anybody else. Any of the Spider-Man, Batman, any of the peoples. I don't care. But Aquaman, God.
I'll take them all day.
Jason Momoa. This is probably half the reason why that worked. Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. We're out of time for right now, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Quick break. We'll stay on time. Look at us. We're professional. We're staying on time today. And maybe it's something about this glorious...
I can tell you're feeling it.
Day quote or night quote. I don't know which one I got today.
We'll find out.
Midday quote.
It's working its way through the system here. All right, when we come back, a teacher is in big trouble. She was just trying to start a career on the side. And I know what you're thinking. Why would she start an OnlyFans? But no. That's not what it was. It was something else entirely.
It's a Patreon.
It was a rap career that did her in. Wait till you hear what this teacher was up to. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for an accident causing delays on Fairbanks Avenue westbound between Forsyth Road and Semorin Boulevard. There's still a bit of congestion due to that accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound, south of Hancock Road. And on the Greenway, there's congestion northbound between John Young Parkway and Orange Blossom Trail. Travel with caution through there as well. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Pearl's Specialties olives in the sunny yellow jar.
Original MTV VJ Martha Quinn here. Pearl's Specialties olives are bursting with flavor and add the perfect Mediterranean twist to everyday meals and snacks. Rock your recipes with Pearl's Specialties olives. For quality you can trust, look for the sunny yellow jar at your local Walmart.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. Whenever you hear the words, "This call is being recorded," understand this is not for your benefit. In my experience representing thousands of clients over 25 years, I have seen insurance companies use these recordings to deny responsibility and avoid paying medical expenses. Let your attorney do your talking for you. Contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546, office Orlando.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
Wow. This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill. With Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Hey,
what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wasi's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wasi's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wasi's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wasismeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wasi's Meat Market.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Angela Zepeda, Chief Marketing Officer of Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us, but all of it's been extremely helpful, and we have seen a huge return on our investment. The methodology by which we're approaching audio and then seeing the real results with real numbers has helped us continue to invest moving forward. One of the things that's been really important for us is to see the extension of reach to new audiences that we could not really speak to before. We get about a 20% lift adding audio to our overall portfolio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a marketing company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
Wow. This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill. With Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
Love you, in fact. We're here for you each day, even when it's not spring break. And as we said a couple of days ago, I think, we're bringing it back this year. Skywall Summer, the great return.
Say what?
This summer on the show, we'll have games, we'll have excitement, we'll have the chaos that is Skywall Summer.
It's been a minute. What did we do? Skywall. So we dressing up every Friday?
No, we don't have to do that thing.
That was October.
No. Oh, God.
No, Skywall Summer in its original form was like there were extra prizes for live trivia that were super weird, and some of them never got picked up, and I ended up with a cannon on my desk for a while.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, there will be a lot of challenges. You versus C-Lane, you and C-Lane versus the listeners, all kinds of different things. We'll mix this up over the course of another Skywall Summer. I'm excited for it. There is a teacher who is in trouble, and that's because she had a side career, which makes you think in your head it's an OnlyFans star, right? No, but it's not an OnlyFans star in this case. This is a woman who began working at Taylor Preparatory High School in Taylor, Michigan, and she was fired last month because she refused to delete some stuff. What was it? Well, it wasn't even naked photos or any like bad or political things she posted on social media. No.
Twitter, y'all see this?
It was her rap career, and that's what did her in. A parent of one of the students at the school, which, come on, how lame is that? Like a parent finding this and going, you had a rap career.
How bad are the lyrics?
Well, we're going to find out together here. A parent of one of the students complained to the school officials about Dominique Brown's content after the parent discovered one of Brown's music videos. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Brown, who goes by the stage name Drippin' Honey.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That even sounds like an OnlyFans page.
Is it spelled cool or just, straight up drippin' honey?
It's DRIPPIN apostrophe honey. They say the parent anonymously complained about her content, leading to a meeting between Brown, the school dean, and the principal. She was told the parent felt she was a bad influence on her students because she raps. Brown allegedly told the school to tell her in writing what issues the school had with their content, but that didn't happen. Now, what we need to do is find out, can we find some Drippin' Honey rap? Because that would be the real barometer on whether or not this woman should have been
Drippin'
fired.
Honey, Drippin' Honey. Drippin' Honey and making money.
Wow.
Drippin' Honey could be
What's wrong
just
with
like
that?
Will Smith was a rapper.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't say oh my God, Will Smith is content that I wouldn't want my kid to be around. It's not just rapping. It would be like if the rapper also was, I don't know, it would have to be pretty bad for me as a parent to be upset by that. I don't think I would care that much.
You wouldn't, but I could totally see some Karen parents having an issue just because it's rap music.
Let me ask you this, though. What if one of the teachers was in a rock band?
Depends. Classic rock? Are they they a tribute band for...
Like some teacher is doing AC/DC Highway to Hell, and they do like a bunch of like devil rock songs. Would a mom or a parent or whomever go and clutch their pearls and say, well, we can't have this at school?
I definitely had teachers that were in like a dad rock band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, playing butt rock music.
Probably did the token, like the first dad rock song when you all like formed your dad rock band. You learn Bachman Turner Overdrive immediately.
Oh, yeah,
taking care of business.
Right. Yeah, those are the good ones. But this teacher was not singing those songs. Drippin' Honey, did you find anything about this person?
I found her music video. It's
really?
Riddled with curse words.
Oh, okay.
There's not enough time, but I will say it seems that she maybe brought some students to be part of the music video.
Oh, wow. All right. That's a little different.
So the caption, class in session, Drippin' 101 featuring the best students in the world. Love y'all. And then she has an EP called Honey Economics.
Okay, I got something here. I'm going to keep it muted, though, on account of, you said this whole thing is riddled with curse words here.
And she has, I guess this is also her comments on the parent who has had an issue with her.
All right, this says Drippin' Honey, Drippin' 101. I think that's the same thing you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people out here, and it does look like their student says, you rock.
Tell them I put it on the floor.
Put it on the floor when I dare to...
Okay, so the captions bleep it out at least.
Yeah, they're bleeping it out. Just like hose, I got the power in the juice. I shouldn't be doing this.
No, please continue.
There's some curse words. And the fact that she's got the kids from school in the music video.
So what?
Is that the school in the background?
I'm not completely sure.
Because you keep seeing like a rooftop with some words on it. Because that does matter to me. If they're doing it like the school parking lot and it's kids from the school, I just can't. It's happening so fast. There's all these cuts every 5 seconds in the video.
Look at the caption of the video itself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her comment on after the parent complained about her.
All right, let's see. The video, by the way, has 37,000 views. And it says, Drippin' 101 featuring the best students in the world. I love y'all. Recently, I was forced to leave my position due to being a rapper. A single parent's disapproval led to my dismissal. The parent wished to stay anonymous after contacting my job for months. I've been dealing with this since I dropped Drippin' 101 in October. 5 months later, meetings after meetings defending my involvement in the music industry, I was asked to erase all my content. That's when I knew I have to bet on myself because nobody will if I don't, she says. What troubles me the most about this situation is the lack of consideration for the impact and influence I had on my students' lives. My outside life should not be grounds for termination when it does not interfere with my ability to fulfill my responsibilities as a teacher.
I think that's true.
So I'd love to hear from some parents out there and others who are listening. What do you think if your kid was in this class and teacher's a rapper and teacher does a music video with the kids in it with a bunch of curse words and stuff, this and that here and there? Do you get upset about that? I'm just going to say it. I hate the idea that somebody is so pussy that they just do this anonymously. You know what I mean? Like, if you really don't like it, why not be like, hey, here's why I don't like this. This is why I think this is a bad idea. This is why I think she should be reprimanded as a teacher. Hiding behind the anonymity and just being one anonymous complaining parent when you saw all those kids in the music video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
and she mentions that there's like over 200 signatures from parents and students who want to support me.
Yeah.
My job placement. They've been like buying her food and clothes and shelter.
Uh-huh.
Or no, that's what she does. And I guess a lot of the students and parents are like, she deserves to have her job.
Yeah, we never think about this. We never go to democracy when it comes to a story like this, where you go, well, one person is heckler's veto here, one anonymous parent stepping up saying, I don't like this, and not like forwarding their arguments or coming out publicly. And then a lot of other people, seemingly hundreds of other people, parents and kids included, are saying, actually, this is not such a big deal, and we're not worried about this. I get the kids being in the video. I get the vile language being an issue, but I don't know. I mean, it seems to me like...
It also seems like they're old enough that they're listening to this music anyways. as
Well,
far
they're
as
high
curse
school
words.
kids,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, high school kids. It doesn't say what grade she teaches. It just says she was told a parent felt she was a bad influence on her students.
What if this parent is anonymous because it is a rival rapper?
Oh,
shutting them down.
Their complaint should have been a slam rap.
There's like Drippin' Honey has some sort of competition out there.
Yeah, like MC Lemon, because it's sour.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of honey.
Yeah. I mean,
MC
or
Lemon.
another name altogether. Could be various other things that we end up with, like MC Syrup.
Oh, God, you guys,
it
that's
could be
not.
Drippin' Honey and MC Syrup is, I think, a better fit. You got the lemon thing mixing in there. What's that, man?
It's honey. It's the opposite. It's not sweet. It's sour.
Honey is the opposite of lemon?
You can't have the opposite of lemon.
Maybe
but I'm just saying that
something
if I
with a
picked something
B?
with a sour flavor as opposed to sweet.
Yeah.
All right, folks. All right, you heard it here first. If you have better rap
yeah.
names, do suggest those because you were so good at picking out the name for Celine and I, my band. So, we know that you're going to be good at picking this out as
Any
well.
gigs coming up for Ice Panda?
We're working on it. There's been some negotiating going on.
Of course.
But
Congratulations.
There is a phone ringing off the hook. It's not one of ours, but it's happening.
Yeah, it's somebody's. Yeah, it's the hot dog hooker calling that guy she's talking.
Stop
Yeah.
it. She's mine.
But we're in the vicinity of it, so that works. Skyrave is talking about dad rock. Let's listen into that. Hello? Hi?
Dad rock. And I think Sean said butt rock.
People get thrown by that every time.
Am I living under a rock? Because I have no idea what that means.
Man, butt rock isn't as well known as like yacht rock, clearly.
Yeah.
Because whenever butt rock comes up, people are like, what'd you say, butt rock?
Yeah, that's rude.
Butt rock is a thing. Butt rock is like a brand or type of music, rock music for a little while. It's like Nickelback and...
The AI on Google says butt rock is a controversial subgenre of hard rock and heavy metal that some say is watered down. Comes from a 1990s radio campaign for hard rock stations that used the tagline "Rock, nothing but rock," but listeners changed it to "Nothing but rock."
Yeah. Ice Panda has been called a butt rock band before. I would not say that is necessarily an accurate depiction of the band. I would say we're beyond genres. We are, you can't define us within the bounds of a genre of music if you truly try to.
I don't know.
So,
Somebody called us Tenacious D-, and I thought that was pretty defining.
I think that's kind of fair. Hey, we'll take that, though. That's way less than some of the other insults we got. Here's Bruised Traveler talking about Ghostbusters.
Hey, guys. So, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, I've avoided all the spoilers, all the everything about it, so that when I see it tonight, the only thing I know about it is the cast and the fact that a friend of mine who I have drank a few beers with on multiple occasions, Mr. Adam Murray, who I believe still listens to the show. I know his brother Curtis does. And he's going to be in the movie, and it's going to be really cool to see him on the big screen.
Oh, nice.
Last time I saw him on anything was She-Hulk. Yeah. Good dude.
Did not see that. But I think I might see this. I think I might give it a shot, even if it's getting pummeled a little bit. It's getting pummeled mostly, it would seem, from C-Lane's investigation by the reviewers. And as you know, I hate the movie reviewers. Those are the folks that I hate. They're useless.
The critics.
Cretins. The critics are useless human beings who just slither their way through life. It used to be something you could make like a significant amount of money doing, too. And some of them were so full of themselves. Man, I ran into, after it was Siskel and Ebert, it was...
Ebert and Roper?
Ebert and Roper. I ran into Roper a couple of times. And Roper was so... That dude, maybe it was just a bad interaction, or both of them were bad interactions. But that guy believed in his hype more than anybody. That guy was so full of himself. I mean, he'd be like, clear the hallways... Roper approaching is making his way through the hallways of the building here. And you go, okay, does anybody really care that much? They used to. I think they used to a lot more. Siskel and Ebert, it used to be a big deal if they gave something. They used to be a big deal when they gave something 2 thumbs up. And I say this with Roger Ebert hating me. Roger Ebert, in his final months of being on planet Earth, hated me and wanted me fired and all sorts of other things.
What'd you do to him?
I just existed on WGN, and he did not like Kevin Matheny and anybody else that had moved to that radio station.
He had a bad review.
He was not. He
Did
was
he give you
overall
a
not a
thumb
fan.
down?
I don't know if he gave me a thumb down. I think he just wrote some stuff about it. Him and a couple other like really old school reviewer guys. But that's not why. I swear to God, that's not why I hate movie reviewers. Actually, I don't mind his work. I just thought his comments about me were obviously insanely wrong. Obviously, right? One more here.
What, were you like 24 at the time?
Yeah-ish. Yeah, right around there. Let's go to Guitar Slinger talking about kids having phones in school.
I have a question. Has anybody suggested this, at least at schools and school properties? Can't they set up a jamming device so that phones just won't work while you're at school? And then if there's an emergency, they can shut it off and talk to their kids on the phone in like an emergency situation.
Yeah, hit the unjammer button.
Yeah. First of all, how are you going to guarantee that in the event of emergency, somebody will have access to the jammer shut off button? That would be I think be more dangerous. But yeah, I believe it's illegal to jam cell phones. It's I don't know if it's part of that whole thing that you used to read on the back of your TV where the FCC says like this shouldn't interfere with anything, but it has to accept interference. You know what I'm saying? But that's definitely like just not allowed. Blanket.
No, and it doesn't make any sense either. We have to reverse what has happened in this country. We went from not being able to have pagers or phones in school at all, no exceptions, to there is a serious threat of my kid dying in school because of a school shooting. So therefore, I want my kid to have a phone at all times. So you have to walk yourself out of that. You have to say, look, your kids will be safe. You know, your kids will have access to a phone between these times and these times, but they can't have them in class because they just can't. It's making them all dumb. That's why so many of them are dumb. Okay, quick break. When we come back, you are on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, a house for you for $1.
Let's go, baby.
How about that? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for this afternoon. State Road 436 northbound before Colonial Drive. 2 left lanes are blocked. On the Beach Line westbound between State Road 520 and Dallas Boulevard, the shoulder's blocked there. Travel with caution. On the Greenway, there's delays northbound between John Young Parkway and Orange Blossom Trail. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Did you know that Mortgage Guy Don has the best rates on commercial loans, small business loans, and business lines of credit? It's a one-stop commercial and residential brokerage, and that's thatmortgageguydon.com. He's your source for commercial and business loans, too. You can compare your quote on SBA loans and commercial quotes as well. You can also learn all about commercial loans at thatmortgageguydon.com. If you want to build or expand your business, he's the man to help you out. So get the process started today. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
I'm Chris Walls, and I'm a truck driver from Missouri. For 13 hours a night, I sit in my truck and I drive. Out of boredom, I'll stop and eat. If I'm not doing fast food, I guarantee there's a bag of chips open on my dashboard. Along with that, I'm good for about 4 liters of soda a night. That was all until Andro 400. I started out 4 months ago weighing 341 pounds, and since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. There's no cravings. My knee pains went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away, and I can only contribute that to Andro 400. One thing that Andro 400 said on the radio ad says it attacks belly fat. Well, let me tell you, it did. I've lost 6 inches. This product really does work.
So guys, if you'd like to experience similar results, then get Andro 400.
the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Grab the beer and battered fish and chips for the light and fresh fare that never skimps on flavor. This beer battered cod is served with house-made tartar, malt vinegar, and French fries. Score them along with a 22-ounce Miller Lite or Coors Light for $12 every Friday from now through Easter. Or grab them with a soda or tea for just $10. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
Spring is in the air, but so are airborne allergens like tree pollen, grass, mold, and ragweed. If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage springs into action quickly, helping you breathe more clearly in just 30 seconds. And you don't need a never-ending cycle of decongestants that can leave you feeling drowsy. Navage is the fast and easy drug-free allergy solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Get Navage today so you can get outdoors and enjoy your favorite springtime activities. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a new Samsung Galaxy A15 for just $99. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. In-store activation on single Silver Unlimited plan or higher required. Family plan discount with 4 lines all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 24/7 comedy.
Men don't settle down. We surrender. Women, we never express the emotions we're actually feeling, right? I'm fine means I'm about to stab you in the neck.
Clips from today's top comedians and the greatest of all time.
Donut hole. If you want a donut, have a donut. Why are you eating the hole?
When you need a laugh, just open the free iHeart Radio app and search comedy.
You can actually change the station.
iHeart Radio. Free never sounded so good.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
Sarah Bella, the latest Secret Show subscriber. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate you being on board. You can learn more yourself over at thenewsjunkie.com. where you can learn more about everything to do with the show. Go over there to sign up. It's free for you to get an account to send in dispatches and things like that. If you want the uncensored secret shows, that's another avenue to go down. It's like $2.99 a month if you don't want the video side of things. And you're going to love it. There's a whole bunch. There's like one for every single day of the year. Coming up on 400 before too long episodes that are there for you at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, I want to get into this because there's a lot of stuff out there about Donald Trump, how much he owes. You had this lawsuit, a fraud lawsuit in New York, and the judgment was $450+ million against the former president, right? So Trump's told, oh, my God, you got to pay $450 million. And they made the threats. Letitia James, I believe is her name, made the threats outright. We will seize Trump property, like insinuating that they'll take Trump towers, Trump buildings, whatever they need to get $454 million in this judgment. If Trump wants to appeal, he has to put the money in escrow. So he has to have the money regardless. He can't really find anybody to front him that money and give him a deal where he could pay it back. He's having problems with all sorts of stuff. So I think this could be real good for Trump in one way. Like if Letitia James and other folks in New York start just grabbing his property and gobbling up stuff, and then people go, well, why are they doing this? Oh, because there was a $450 million judgment. Why was there a $450 million judgment? Because he overstated the value of his properties to get some deals on loans. Well, did he pay back the loans? Yes, he paid back the loans. Was anybody really hurt by this? People are going to see it as who was injured by this? And now you're taking away buildings from the guy. His supporters will be fired up. People who are on the edge will be fired up by this. And now you've even got, and by the way, this is so weird. I wonder always why people do this. But there's people out there seriously saying things like this, all right? Somebody says, Chicago Ray says, 71 million people voted for Trump in 2020. If we all send him $6, he'd have the $455 million to keep Letitia James' dirty hands off Trump Tower.
Sure, yeah. We'd have a GoFundMe.
That's what it is, basically. Is that raise your hand if you would be okay sending Trump $6 so he could keep Trump Tower. And okay, what a weird move, you know? That's not going to happen to begin with. But there's folks who are saying let's use our money to stop all of it.
They've done it before. What was the last time when he got arrested?
They raised money for the wall. Remember that? They raised money for the wall, but that was a big problem. That turned into a major problem for a lot of the people involved. And he's obviously got people who raise money for his campaigns, and he's got his hand in the RNC cookie jar now. But he's even admitting, and this isn't crazy. Some people are like, he's broke. I hear really broke people saying, Trump's broke. Trump is probably less wealthy than he's suggesting, just like most all other wealthy people suggest they have more money than they do. But if you think that somebody who has $4 billion or $5 billion just has a bank account that they log into and it gives them a balance of $4 billion or $5 billion, you don't know anything about money. That's not how money works. And that person would be the dumbest person on the planet if they had billions of dollars sitting around in a low interest savings account or checking account or something. People put their money in assets. That's why really wealthy people buy things like paintings that are $25 or $30 million because it's a safe place to put the money and they think that they'll get more money out of it when they sell it in, whatever amount of time. That's how you handle big amounts of money like that. I'm not saying it because I'm a billionaire. I'm just saying it because that's just basic finances. And so Trump says, I can't get $454 million. And then now we see this. I don't understand why this is happening, but here we are. This is from the Associated Press in front of me. It says, Trump's social media company approved to go public, potentially netting former president billions of dollars, right? And so this was just approved, and they said that there's a company called Digital World Acquisition Group. They're a publicly traded shell company. They're going to merge with Trump's media business, which is Trump Media and Technology Group, which is basically just Truth Social, right? And that means Truth Social, in essence, will be trading on the NASDAQ stock market. Trump is set to own most of the combined company, or nearly 79 million shares. And at $72 a piece for the stock share, that would be over $3 billion in value. So you say, well, it looks like the Chicago guy, Chicago Ray, and all of his other friends can keep their $6 in their pocket and not have to pay up to save Trump Tower. The problem is, for at least 1 year, Trump can't sell any of this new company off he's obligated to hold on to, I think, 6 months or a year. It might be 6 months. But for some amount of time, he's not allowed to sell off any of the shares of this. And then even after that, he's got a lot of things that he can't do in terms of selling the shares over time. It says, unless the company's board makes changes that lock up this provision that prevents the company insiders from selling newly issued shares for at least 6 months. So he would get billions of dollars potentially out of this, but still not be able to pay that off. So that puts us in this odd spot where, are we going to have somebody start taking Trump's assets? Is he going to come up with the money? Are his fans going to start sending him $6 a piece? What's going to happen here? That will be one of the weirdo key sideshows as we approach the election coming up in November. What do you think? Maybe you're willing to send him $6. I'd love to hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us your dispatch right now. Meanwhile, imagine. If not for $6, Sabrina, but for just one lowly dollar, one smackaroon, one single slice of cheddar, one ducat, one whatever, $1 in Baltimore, you could buy a home. And this is a plan that they're moving forward with in Baltimore City right now. They said more than 13,000 homes in Baltimore are vacant. The city owns close to 1,000 of them. Individual buyers and community land trusts are eligible to buy the city-owned vacant houses for $1. Small nonprofits can purchase the homes for $1,000. Developers and larger nonprofits would need to pay $3,000. They should ace that out of it. I would axe that entirely. Developers and larger nonprofits away from this entirely. What you want is for people to show up. It's not really $1, folks. They do this all the time around the country, around the world. In Italy, they go, you could buy a house for Italy for $1. Move to Italy. And then you go to Italy, or in this case, Baltimore, which is very different. And you give them your $1, and you realize now I've got to pay God knows amount of money to get this place livable, to invest in it. And I get all these other people to invest in the neighborhood to build this place back up. So my $1 investment probably becomes, if not tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's still great. It's great because you don't want dead neighborhoods. If you have these neighborhoods and the city owns a big portion of the homes, and the city's like, we're cool if we just give for $1, take it. Build it back up, make it beautiful again. I'm all for that. I don't see why
I'm
people
curious
wouldn't.
how that goes down.
Oh, they're
also,
bad.
did $1 communities have an HOA?
I should hope not.
Yeah, these communities are, if you look at them, they look like right outside of 8 Mile, Detroit. Like when you see a neighborhood that's just completely gone, where all the houses have been abandoned and it's in disrepair. But you can still fix that. And I think you should if given the opportunity. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. One more real quick for you. Let's see. We got Jay Ryan is talking about the gay jersey. And you missed this,
Okay,
Sabrina.
yeah.
There was a
I'm surprised
gentleman.
it wasn't in my daily gay email.
No, they must have missed this. It's a shame, too, because I forgot the guy's name. Somebody gay. And no, that's not right.
No. We were talking about the Magic players that did the jersey swap.
It was somebody Dick,
Mr.
right?
Black and Mr. Dick.
Yes, and they did a jersey swap, and the photos had, Black on one side, and then the gentleman with the last name Dick on the other side. And, they're posing for the picture, as you might imagine.
cute.
And Jay Ryan's talking about that, I think. Maybe? Let's see.
Hey, Junkies. I was just catching up on the podcast, and you were talking about the different jerseys with the, kind of funny names.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as a gay man and a giant New Orleans Saints fan, we just signed Willie Gay for next season.
Willie
So, of course,
Gay.
as soon as his jersey hits the shelves, I'm going to buy one.
That's
can't pass up the opportunity. Anyways, you guys have a great day.
That's funny.
I'm pretty sure that's not even the first gay on the New Orleans Saints.
A lot of them still in the closet.
Yeah, why would you say it like that, Zealand?
The first
Unbelievable.
person named gay.
Oh, I see. Okay. Quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Tom DeLonge forgot his age again and also forgot to stay hydrated. Exciting news for the Poros. An affordable music fest is coming called Bloodfest, not to be confused with the Menzies. Plus, Kanye West's latest claim may be the most ridiculous one yet. I'll give you all the scoopity poop and more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast on this Friday. And it has been a wet start to our day, but the good news is we'll expect plenty of dry time today, just leaving us with a mostly cloudy sky and some patchy sprinkles for the rest of the day. Temperatures will climb into the mid-70s for highs. For our Saturday, we'll see more dry time. However, some morning showers and a few thunderstorms will be possible, especially for areas south of Orlando. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Pearl's Specialties Olives in the sunny yellow jar.
Original MTV VJ Martha Quinn here. Pearl's Specialties Olives are bursting with flavor and add the perfect Mediterranean twist to everyday meals and snacks. Rock your recipes with Pearl's Specialties Olives. For quality you can trust, look for the sunny yellow jar at your local Walmart.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. See rchill.com for details.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you over 30 and putting off life insurance? It's time to get a quick quote from Ethos, a better, easier way to get term life insurance, all online with no medical exam. Answer a few health questions and you could be approved for up to $2 million. Isn't it worth 10 minutes to help protect your family's financial security? Ethos, up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Watching the Magic game from home means squeezing 4 friends onto a 2-person couch and dealing with that one guy always blocking the TV. But if you win free tickets to the game with Total by Verizon, you'll kick back with a fresh serving of nachos and witness all the action up close. Seems like an easy call. Head to the nearest Total by Verizon store for a chance to win. No purchase necessary. Ends April 1st, 2024. Legal residents of Florida who reside within 150 miles of Orlando, Florida, but not within 75 miles of Miami, Florida. Only 18 plus. See rules for more info available at tvvstoreticketsweeps.com.
Are allergies holding you back? Take control with Aspire Allergy and Sinus, your one-stop solution for a breath of fresh air. Our expert team offers comprehensive allergy testing and cutting-edge treatments so you can enjoy life without the hassles of sneezing and sniffles. Say goodbye to allergy and sinus struggles and hello to a healthier, happier you. Go to AspireAllergy.com today to ditch those temporary fixes and schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
My name is Chris Riccobono, founder of Untuckit. 13 years ago, we redefined men's casual style with the original Untucked shirt. Over the years, we've applied the same obsession for the perfect fit to pants, polos, and sports coats, to name a few. We've literally got you covered from head to toe. We also have a great women's collection and just launched a big and tall line, too. With 20 new stores planned in 2024, we will now have over 100 globally. Visit us at untuckit.com or one of our many stores.
If you're not confused, you are not paying attention.
In the world of entertainment and beyond. And don't forget, if you miss any of the show, you can subscribe to the podcast. Very popular podcast. One of the most popular in all of iHeart Radio. And guess what? It's free for you. It's ready for you right now over at thenewsjunkie.com. So go there and subscribe. If you want to leave us a review, that's cool too. But, no pressure. Just go over there and subscribe and get the show each day to follow along with what's happening around these parts. Okay, we do have an interview coming up in a bit on the show. It should be fun. We got this group of people that is going around like rounding up those squatter types. They're like the anti-squatter troops now, like the anti-squatter brigades. And we'll talk to them, the squatter hunters, in a little bit on the show. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
What does the fuck say?
Me.
Weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. You can tune in, get your questions answered live on the air. And if you want to get your questions answered now, go to the website, ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. He is there to help you refinance, buy your first dream home, and commercial loans as well. So much, and it's all available at ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 19 years ago, 2005, on this show right here.
Oh, American Idol.
American Idol is right.
I almost said Amanda Bynes show.
Okay.
Amanda.
It does have like that build-up. Inspired by. Well, it was on American Idol, and it was forced to have a revote during the show's fourth season when they displayed the incorrect numbers for 3 of the contestants during the voting stage for the top 11. Big drama. But the incorrect numbers were given to Anwar Robinson, Michaela Gordon, and Jessica Sierra. You don't know those names, but you know the winner of that season.
The country Carrie Underwood.
That is right. And that's all I can play.
That's not a bad remix.
Oh, it's a great remix.
It's nice.
It has a little Aussie in it, as well as some rapper who we don't have time for it. Look up. It's the Jersey remix on YouTube. All right. This is kind of a remix of Life. Millie Bobby Brown. She done getting married, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. This to Jake Bon Jovi. Is that Bon Jovi's kid?
Maybe.
I would hope so. If you're Jake Bon Jovi and you're not related to John Bon Jovi, that's a rough life.
Yeah. So Millie Bobby Brown and Jake, they might not have a wedding date yet, but they already found their officiant, Matthew Modine. Now, you might not know his name, but you certainly know what he played, and that was Papa on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. I remember him in Bye Bye Love. That was like years ago.
Yeah, Jacob Hurley Bon Jovi is an American model. He's the son of musician John Bon Jovi.
Look at that. That'll be a fun wedding. Matthew says, I have one of those licenses to get people married, and Millie thought it'd be great. And then Jake said it would be a great idea, too, so I wrote the wedding vows, and they loved what I wrote for them. It's no secret at this point that his character... Ooh, maybe it is. He died. He died at the end of season 4.
My
I'm
God!
sorry. Wow. It was so long ago. Catch up, people. Come on now. Anyways, he will be officiating that wedding. Very exciting. This I found to be rather interesting, and I feel like every year we get more details on the coming out story of Mr. Ricky Martin.
Yeah, he's in that new movie I was talking about, or the new series, the Royale one.
Oh, really?
Royale, yeah.
How's he
Palm
doing
Royale.
Is it good?
He plays a straight guy
Whoa.
who's like a pool boy, And like, it's almost as if it's the character in How I Met Your Mother, that Barney Miller or whatever his name is, Barney whatever.
I love you.
No, not that Barney.
Oh, he plays
Barney
a straight guy, but he's really gay. Okay,
yeah. Neil Patrick Harris is a gay man, but he plays it like an unbelievably straight guy in that show.
Apparently, his dad wanted him to play, real life gay a lot earlier than when we find out he was gay. I'll explain. He said that his dad was all for him living his truth out loud, telling him he needed to come out publicly. This while his professional team tried to talk him out of it, saying it was not going to look good at all. So he sat down to interview with Andy Cohen when he opened up about deciding to come out as gay. He says not everyone was in alignment on whether or not he should let the world know, but he did reveal that his dad was completely behind him and had his back. That was a weird way to put it. Completely behind him coming out gay. And he understood the importance of coming out, pushing to tell the world after his 2 sons were born in 2008. And he said the professional team said no, but boom, now he's gay, divorced, and has 2 children.
Yeah, it used to be like a really major ordeal when they wanted to get something like that out there. Even up until
were there rumors, like big rumors of him being gay? Okay.
Yeah. There were rumors about it, and people talked about it, but it still, at that time, was a big deal. And like even Rosie O'Donnell, how long did Rosie O'Donnell pretend to be straight for and into like cutie patootie Tom Cruise and all that stuff?
Weird.
And what's her name at the time?
Ellen
DeGeneres, very much the same kind of thing, It used to be huge, and they go, no, we can't do this. It's going to ruin your career.
This might have ruined his entire life. The singer of this band.
Oh.
I took her out.
Blink-182. Ceiling gets the point. Blink-182. Tom DeLonge recently fell victim to heat stroke while playing a show in Paraguay. He gathered himself after a scary moment, able to complete the show. They say they're in the middle of playing the Parque Olímpico in Luque, Paraguay, over the weekend when Blink-182 co-vocalist was struck down mid-song by heat stroke. He stopped, yacked, like full vomited all over the stage. Man. While Mark and Travis were left to fill all the other parts.
He said it was like 90 degrees at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That must have been awful. But then he composed himself and
have you guys ever had
show.
heat stroke at all like that? Like where you got super, super heated up?
I don't think so.
I mean, I feel
know.
like I've gotten close. Or like sun poisoning for sure I've had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not fun, but I'm glad that he's doing okay. Obviously, this is what I've got to do. Haven't completed it. We played a show. It was in Paraguay. We sang our songs under the sun rays. I started feeling weird. I took off my pants and then I'm a vomit now.
Would have been really effective if in the middle of that you stopped and vomited.
Oh, you're right. Damn it. I'll try again.
Come on, cue it up again. Let's go.
Hold on. Do something
from the top.
Bloodfest. That is not what I call my monthly friend. In fact, it's the new affordable music fest brought to you by something called Youngblood.
Oh, yeah, I know Youngblood.
See the one? He's like very scene looking.
Yes, he's very like MGK. Yeah, and like he's trying to be a whole thing.
Oh, it's going to be a whole fest now. It takes place August 11th at the Middleton Keenis Bowl. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's in England. And his real name, Dom Harrison. We'll call him Youngblood from now on. He thinks current festivals are unrepresentative of people, so he's fixing the price point to about $63 to go to Bloodfest. Now, it's massive ticket charges, massive prices that most of the time aren't going to the artists anyways, so he said, I'm going to give it to the poros. I'm very curious. He's going to have Lil Yachty, Duo Soft Play, Lola Young, Jasmine Bean. Oh, my God, I feel so old. I don't recognize one of those people except for Lil Yachty.
I love all them. I love Jasmine Bean is good,
Little Soft Play.
But I'm
Soft Play is good.
Very curious, like, how many people they're going to allow at this fest. For $63, like, is it going to be an S show? Or are they still going to make sure it's all put together? I guess we'll see after it happens.
I mean, the crazy thing is they're making such a big deal out of how affordable it is. It's still $63.
Exactly.
Like, it could have been $20, $30. Nobody will even do it for that
Just
much.
Okay was very affordable, was it not?
Yeah, absolutely.
And a good time. How about you pay a bunch of money and then be a part of a full-blown earthquake? I'm talking about this gal's
Taylor
latest,
Swift.
Yeah, and her LA fans cause earthquake during Sophie Era's concert. Oh, she rocked the house, but also the earth itself. A study was conducted by UCLA, monitored just how much the ground was shaking during one of her concerts in 2023.
This is what tells me that these seismologist people have
lot of time
not
on their
enough to
hands?
do. Yeah, they go like, oh, we're gonna go see Taylor Swift, but maybe they did this so they could
Ooh.
write it off, right?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Like, oh, we have to do this research. Can you give us some tickets? And we have to be in front row to feel how the ground shakes and the meters.
Yeah, that might work.
Well, they did it.
You guys. Kanye West says he, and I quote, invented every style of music of the past 20 years.
Okay.
So,
that might be true.
Need I say more?
It's a big claim.
Selling Sunset star Christine Quinn's husband. He was arrested again after a DV bust. And according to Christopher Lane, who passed me the story, it's a hell of a mugshot because he was arrested in a robe.
It's not the look this up. What's his name?
His name is Christine Quinn's husband.
Okay.
Christian Dumonte, but I would say Christine Quinn's husband will pop up something for you.
Quinn husband.
Look. TMZ has his arrest photo, and he's like in his bathrobe, which is just not the way. I think we've heard of somebody that almost got arrested that way.
Yeah, we do know somebody.
Wait, who? We can't say it on the radio?
I'm not going to say it, but...
All right, it's Selling Sunset, arrested after domestic violence. I just see a police car and her...
Oh, man,
Well,
too
take
bad.
C-Line's word for it, because it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I got it right here. Yeah. He's chilling.
Looks like Tobias Funke.
It really does look like it.
I'll put that up on See It Now.
So now he's in jail and hopefully with some clothes on. This is strange, and now I kind of want it. Anyways, Bratz the Dolls just unveiled a doll celebrating Women's History Month with a concept doll that is a tribute to this lady.
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor is right. And it feels like it's the opposite of what her whole story was and her estate. I don't know if they've even backed it up, but she isn't ripping up any photos of the Pope. She is donning her Jesus is Coming look, busy shirt, the sunglasses, baggy jeans, the lip ring or nose ring that she had, completely shaved head. And it could be yours for, I'm sure, a whole bunch of money. No word on when it will be released, but hopefully before my birthday, which is April 25th. I also want to give a really quick shout out as I was dealing with the family issues, which has been nothing short of a nightmare. I appreciate all the love and support, and it's a long road ahead, but I ended up riding the Bright Line down to Miami.
Really?
It was my first experience, and it started off poorly because I got stuck in traffic, and I made it just as they were taking off.
Oh, no.
And so
God.
I have like deer and headlights in my eyes, and I walk up to the counter, and Lawrence was like, Sabrina, what's going on? I'm like, how do you know my name? What happened?
What's happening here?
Have I been blacklisted already for being late? But he was like super kind to me, and he helped me out get on the next train. I got to hang out at the premium lounge and eat a Caesar salad and drink a beer, and he was just super kind. So I want to say,
how was the ride there?
it was great. Oh, I'm a Bright Line
Really?
gal now. It was so nice to do like the same trip, but not be behind the wheel.
Wi-Fi and everything?
What was that?
Wi-Fi and everything?
Oh, yeah, Wi-Fi, booze and food. I got to watch movies. I did a lot of work on it, and it was like super comfortable. I absolutely loved it. I don't think I'll ever drive to Miami again. Bright Line City all day. On the Boob Tube, have a great time watching it. Whatever comes up for you on the streaming services or live TV. You take care of yourselves, follow your dreams, and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
I'll tell you what's on that TV.
What's that?
Roadhouse. Roadhouse is on that TV.
We also have the World Figure Skating Championship.
Yes!
And,
Big fan.
I have never seen the original Roadhouse.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
I love
it.
Does
Wait,
it
it's what's
hold
his
up?
name, right?
Patrick
Who's the-
Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, right? Yeah.
Kicking ass, taking names.
It's sad, his whole story, you know? He could have probably still been with us right now and doing those movies.
He's
but
in Ghost too.
he's, yes. Very much so.
'Cause
Okay,
he's
we
dead,
got
you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Electric Spookaloo.
When we come back, this week in Florida with Christopher Lane, let's see what happened in the Sunshine State. How weird is it going to get this week? Only one way to find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Orlando City returns to Inter-Inco Stadium to host Austin FC this Saturday. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 436 northbound before Colonial Drive. Expect delays there. There's slowdowns due to an accident on State Road 408 westbound at Conway East Toll Plaza. Traffic is backed up to State Road 436. And expect a bit of delays due to an accident on the Beach Line westbound between State Road 520 and Dallas Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes.
Why are people saying hew yeah to Jackson Hewitt? When you switch to Jackson Hewitt, they will beat what you paid last year on tax prep, even if you filed online. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wasi's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
Hey there, it's Russ Rollins. I'm talking to all the homeowners out there who are tired of staring at their cold swimming pools. It's time to stop wasting money on a pool that you can't use. With Solar Source, you can enjoy your pool year-round like I do. Top 5 things Solar Source customers do after solar heating their pools? Well, spend time with your family. Go nighttime swimming. You got movie nights in the pool. You got water workouts and much more. Friends of mine, friends of Russ Rollins, can save big money when scheduling a free consultation today at solarsource.com/monsters. Don't wait any longer. Start enjoying your pool again with Solar Source.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Yes, I need a new air conditioner. Do you...
For a list of things we do, press 1.
I just want to know if you install new air
For a list of things we don't do, press 5.
Why would I want a list of things you don't...
To save us time explaining it to you.
Well, I'd hate to waste your time.
So if you'll just press 5, I'll give you a list of what we don't do.
Right.
Which is a lot.
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
If you'd called Frank Gay, you'd probably be talking to a person by now.
That would be nice.
But we're more efficient. Amazing the time we save ourselves by making customers press buttons and talk to robots all day.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need a new air conditioner, you need it done right. A helpful operator to make it easy. And your new AC installed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Are you sure you don't want to hear the list of things we don't do? Our list is much longer than Frank Gay's list. That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
The Kalos Services Job Fair will be on Saturday, March 23rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit us to learn about opportunities in the construction services industry. Register at kalosflorida.com/jobs or text 352-243-7099.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill. With Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Some things in life mix well. Think butter and popcorn, apple pie and vanilla ice cream. Other things don't mix so well, such as medications, alcohol, and other substances. Mixing drugs and alcohol, even medications your doctor has prescribed, can put you at an increased risk for an overdose. More than half of drug overdose deaths involve multiple drugs. Know the facts to help keep yourself and the people around you safe. Carry naloxone and administer it if you think someone is overdosing. And always call 911 if you think someone may be in danger. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Score 0% APR financing on popular models like Rogue. Now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. See dealer for details.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
And if you want to join us, you could always do so with what we call a dispatch. Don't worry about jumping on the phones and hanging out for, 30 minutes. People used to hang out for hours to get on this show. Now, bam, just like that, you could join us with the dispatch. Now, ideally...
Remember when people used to hang out for hours just to say something that was going to get dumped anyway?
Yeah,
exactly.
Be so dumb.
Some person used to call just to listen to the show. Like when you're on hold, you can hear it. They're like, yeah, my radio's not working, so you could just keep me on hold for 4 hours.
Right, yes. And therein lies the problem. People, your time is important, our time's important, all that good stuff. We are going to start working phones into the show more, probably as
good. I'm
we
getting
get
an
into
intern?
Summer. We don't need to do all the screening. We're just going to jump right to it.
Old school.
I think that ruins half of the fun. The fun about doing live interviews and the no net thing is that all we know is that there's a human being there waiting to be talked to. So just know moving forward that if somebody says something about call the show, well, you call the show and you're just going to be put on hold, and then we'll just go from there. We'll figure out everything else from there. I hate the whole screening process, waiting so long. I just want to fly into it. And if you want to argue, we'll argue. If you want to have fun, we'll have fun. We'll do all that stuff. But in the meantime, join us with the dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now.
Have fun arguing.
C-Lane, are you ready?
I am ready.
Would you like to argue about it instead?
Yeah.
Maybe I would. Maybe I would. Maybe you're not ready.
Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. It's This Week in Florida. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State, see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And my friends, this is Spring Break Edition.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the headlines are only headlines for a time where people just leave their responsibilities behind and just go out and party. If I get the Rona, I get the Rona.
Yeah.
You know, at least I know I partied. Which makes this headline not really, you know, it doesn't sit well with probably some people. But everything's fine. Just leprosy is spreading right now.
I'm sorry. What?
I know.
That's a thing still?
This is not a headline from like 1752. This is today. Leprosy is on the rise in the United States, particularly in Florida.
Okay.
Concerning disease specialists. According to the World Health Organization, about 200,000 cases of the disease occur every year in 120 countries worldwide and are often associated with contact with what animal?
Oh, it's an armadillo?
Armadillo is correct.
Points, Sean.
The U.S. is experiencing cases creep upwards with the number of infections across the country, more than doubling over the past decade, both in people exposed to armadillos and those who just weren't. Probably
I'd
people.
love to see that footage. Like everyone's partying on the beach and then passing around an armadillo.
Doing bong rips out of it or something.
Is it curable, or are you just screwed when you get leprosy?
You have to find Jesus, I believe, and he'll help you out with it.
I think they treat it with thalidomide, which
Because my view of leprosy way back in the day was like you had a leper colony or like an island where they threw all the lepers on people who had leprosy. And then they all just kind of fell apart there, piece by piece.
And they had robes for some reason, like hooded robes on.
Yeah, leprosy.
Nowadays, go ahead.
Leprosy is curable with antibiotic treatment. The World Health Organization, almost said the World Horror Organization.
Oh, where did you sign up for that?
Recommends a treatment regimen of 3 drugs called multi-drug therapy of dapsone, rifampicin, and clofazimine.
Okay, sounds delicious.
Some of that clofazimine.
I believe you.
But Florida reported 10 cases of leprosy every year between 2002 and 2014. This rose to 29 new ones in 2015. I didn't know there was this much leprosy around.
I'll stop touching armadillos.
Yeah, all those are tracked back to people or traced back to people who are either touching armadillos or I guess that person who gets leprosy then can spread it to other humans, right?
Yes, because I believe it is communicable. But stay away from the armadillos and stay away from the lepers, and we'll all be fine. Not fine will be this guy who's being sued by John Taffer because he says there's a guy prowling around Florida bars and restaurants pretending to be him and pulling some sketchy moves with women while he does it. The Bar Rescue star says Vic Caroleo, that's Caroleo. Look him up. I don't think he looks.
I want to see it. Yeah.
And also, are like women just throwing themselves at John Taffer?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Come on, man.
Wait, is this guy like a pastor or something?
What?
Because when I put in Vic Caroleo, I get Vic Caroleo Ministries, and the guy does look like John Taffer.
You think he does?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like John Taffer.
Yes, he does. Shut it down. That guy totally looks like John
Look at his
Taffer.
face.
I mean, I could see it. I could see it for sure.
Well, the Bar Rescue star says Vic Caroleo has been passing himself off as John Taffer in and around Naples, Florida for more than 3 years. He even openly brags all over social media about their resemblance. He even boldly commented on one of Taffer's actual posts about his new book, writing, "My twin," or so they say. In the documents filed by John's attorneys, they say women contacted Taffer's office texting that the man, while acting as Taffer, was extremely touchy and inappropriate. So they're saying he needs to shut that down.
Look at this guy. You don't think he looks like John Taffer at all?
I could see how...
Like a rundown John Taffer.
And it's dark and the music's bumping,
Looks
or
like
you're
a
at this busy restaurant.
Douchier John Taffer.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Maybe he needs to have a suit on. Maybe I would take him more seriously. Is that his church website?
Yeah, this is his. He found God, and then now he has a TV schedule on his church website, which includes Bar Rescue. Just for the record.
Wow.
Yeah, Bar Rescue, and then that runs up to like Vic Caroleo Ministries.
Oh, and then there's People's Rescue, and then at the end, just The Rescue. So
yeah, those are different. Very different.
Guy's been doing a lot of rescuing, it
Yes.
seems.
Thank you,
Right?
Jesus.
Over to Hobie Sound. Is it Hobie or Hobe?
Hobe Sound.
Hobie Sound.
We're going to Hobie Sound.
Hobe Sound, Florida, had a call about a suspicious person. That ended with an arrest of a man wearing a crown of thorns on his head and carrying a piñata.
Whoa.
The victim told dispatchers he approached her and started screaming profanities while she was walking to her office early this month. Deputies arrived and found both the victim and the suspect, Gregory Melvin Zopf. That's Z-O-P-F-F. According to the arrest report, he approached the woman and was screaming effing B-C and other horrible profanities at the top of his lungs at the woman. He also said he was singing and dancing to his Leprechaun song and continued to repeat
Florida,
that he was just singing. In the end, deputies concluded he committed the offense of disorderly conduct. He was arrested, bond set at $150. Unsurprisingly, this man has had a number of arrests. His most recent was from late January, where they say he caused a disturbance at a deli, yelling at everyone there as well. He was wearing black clothing, crown of thorns on his head, and he had a Chucky doll, which if you just carry around a Chucky doll,
that's weird.
It's
Spring
a little
break,
weird.
baby.
A little weird. Do you guys remember having lunch boxes?
Sure do.
Of course.
Did you guys have like the metal ones with cool stuff on it?
No,
I had like the Velcro that it would keep things cold.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, like a sandwich bag kind of thingy. Like it didn't have a. Did yours have a thermos in it or no?
No, I did not have a thermos. We just we bought the milk cartons and stuff.
I had a thermos at one point.
Of course you did.
I don't remember having like the I wasn't that rich. I don't remember having like
that rich.
One of the tin ones that had like I don't remember if I ever had a branded one. I remember having like the small igloo cooler that kind of like tilts over.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
And they have like the little ice pack in it, or it's just a bag of water at the end of the day. But this one was very different, and it has landed a Florida mother in jail. She was arrested last week after her 2-year-old son's daycare found a gun inside his lunchbox.
Nice.
According to a probable cause affidavit obtained by WPTV, this occurred on March 14th, just before noon at Jackson's Daycare Center. Oh, listen to that. The boy's mother, 39-year-old Shohei Davis, told authorities she normally leaves the Glock 43 inside her glove box. But Davis told police there had been break-ins at her apartment complex recently, so she'd been taking the firearm out of the car.
And putting it right on the kitchen counter?
Apparently. While getting her 2-year-old ready for school Thursday morning, she put her gun inside his lunchbox because she doesn't carry a purse and didn't want it to be out in the open.
Oh, wow, no. Man. That's stupid.
She told police she'd forgotten to take the gun out of the boy's lunchbox after it was found. The daycare called Davis and told her to come to the center immediately. But I guess they also had to have called the police. Aside from just calling her and be like, come get your gun, they called police as well. She's facing charges, including I've never heard this, allowing a minor to obtain a firearm and take it to school. Is that a full charge?
Wow, that's a long one.
Allowing a minor to obtain a firearm and take it to school, and also child neglect. She was released from custody March 15th. A man from Coral Springs is also facing charges of threatening a public servant following his demand for Coral Springs police officers to meet him in the station's parking lot, where he was loudly playing NWA's F the Police.
Meet me outside, bro.
The Coral Springs Police Department responded to a call from dispatch which reported that a man, later identified as Daryl Medlock of Margate, was advising officers to meet him in front of the police station. Come on outside so you can hear me play my police song. Upon arrival at the parking lot where Medlock was positioned inside his vehicle, officers were met with loud music playing lyrics that were explicitly derogatory towards the police. And additionally, he parked in a handicap spot.
Oh, man. I would never do that myself. I would never, ever, ever.
Recently did that.
Yeah, This Week in Sean Lying.
I don't know if it was recently, but it was accidental, and I'll never do it again.
I mean, the entire thing is blue. There's signs.
There was nothing on the ground. No, there was no sign. There was no sign. Oh, it was raining. It was hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you this. Best damn parking spot I've ever had in my life.
Oh, of course.
Like, it was like...
Because people have to take the wheelchairs out of the cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Usually a lot of room on either side of it. Yeah, it's a good time.
I like that.
Over to Stock Island, deputies arrested a woman after they say she left THC gummies within reach of 3 children.
Damn it.
Who then used them as an ingredient in homemade unicorn milkshakes.
Yes.
Sounds awesome.
The 34-year-old...
They rocked their own worlds, man. They had those unicorn milkshakes. My God.
Hospital staff showed deputies 2 containers of giggle gummies and Lullaby Nightberry 40 sleep gummies, both labeled with THC, that the children had gotten a hold of. The children
That
aged
is not medical marijuana, I'll tell you that.
The children aged 7, 8, and 9 reside with their mother, though reside with this woman that had the THC gummies. It's not clear if or how they're related to her, but according to the report, they told deputies with her older daughter translating that she found the gummies at the hotel where she works, brought them home, and placed them on top of a bunk bed in the room that the family sleeps in. On Friday, report states one of the children tried to grab the gummies off the top bunk, but she said, no, they make people sleepy. So the children put them in the old sleepy milkshake.
They were probably like, did you ever see that viral video of the kid who got too stoned and he like froze? And then he's like, I was just paralyzed. I was just paralyzed.
Oh, yes, that was great.
Freaking out. And
I need to bring that up.
You couldn't be ready for that, I don't think.
I don't think I'm alone in saying I've never been hunting. I don't believe either of you have been hunting. Have you?
Been hunting multiple times.
Really? What have you hunted?
Hunted hog and never caught a hog.
Oh, you went hogging?
And hunted rabbit and never caught a rabbit.
Would fishing be considered a hunting sport?
Mildly.
Well, then I've been hunting, too.
Adjacent.
Hunting adjacent. A man was shot by a hunter in Flagler County who mistook him for a turkey while hunting. I don't see, I mean, I've never been hunting, but I find it hard to believe that you could go out and go, oh, it's a turkey, and you shoot it, and you go, oh, no, it's a man.
How old was he, though? He might have that weird, like, neck thing going on that some elderly
Got the gobbler.
The person who called 911 was the hunter. He said he was turkey hunting and saw 3 female turkeys in the road. He followed them. Then he found the male turkey. When he fired the shotgun at the male turkey, he realized it was a decoy, and then someone shouted that they had been shot. And last but not least, spring break edition.
Spring break.
A man dropped his pants and began masturbating after being denied entry into Sloppy Joe's on Duval Street in Key West. He's facing a felony charge after authorities accused him of subsequently battering a police officer because once they made him stop masturbating, he kicked a cop. Police booked Trey Jacob Dulaney, 28 years old, of Wichita, Kansas, into jail just before 4:30 a.m.
Nice.
Yes, that guy spring breaks it. That's it for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. I don't know if I could play this. The guy who was like paralyzed by weed. He froze. His friends are hanging out with him, and he froze for 90 seconds. I'm 90 seconds into the video.
Yeah.
And then finally he snaps out of being frozen, but I'm worried about them cursing.
I got a dump.
All right,
I mean, I'm sorry. I have a dump button to use.
All right.
Right.
2 seconds into it.
That always happens. It always happens. It's the first second of a curse word. So.
Yeah. Anyways, just look for "paralyzed by weed" on YouTube.
I was just paralyzed.
I was just paralyzed. He starts screaming it over and over. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we're going to be, I believe, talking to the squatter hunters. They're the folks out there who like people who are hunting down folks who have not paid their bonds, the bounty hunters. They're like that, but they're hunting down people who are squatters in other people's houses to try to get them out of there. What do they use? What are their tactics? What is going on with them? We'll talk to them next. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4, you could expect your regular delays before US 27 and approaching Sand Lake Road on Florida's Turnpike. There's heavy delays approaching I-75. Travel with caution. There's an accident on State Road 408 westbound at Conway East Toll Plaza to watch out for. And the roads are wet around the area, so travel with caution. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
Wow. This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeart Media can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeart Media can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friend Judy from Life Imaging FLA. Judy, we know we've been talking about saving lives now for about 9 months. The testimonials have been like just bananas. But the one thing we don't cover is how easy this is. It's remarkably easy. I think my scan took 8 minutes and I got a full body scan. Is that the norm?
Absolutely. It's normally under 10 minutes and it's the most simplest thing ever. If you're claustrophobic, it's open.
It's an open scan. Absolutely. You don't take your clothes off. There's no injections or dyes, none of that. You don't have to worry about being scared about it. That's another thing. People are like, I don't want to be in that tube, but you never go in.
It's the most simplest thing you'll ever go through.
That's right. Be proactive today. Take control of your health. Call Life Imaging FLA right now. Get that free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements. That is a $699 value, and it couldn't be easier. From your cell phone, call pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. And remember, when you get there, ask about the cancer screening as well. It is better to know now than worry about this tomorrow. You have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeart Media.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Spring is in the air, but so are airborne allergens like tree pollen, grass, mold, and ragweed. If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage springs into action quickly, helping you breathe more clearly in just 30 seconds. And you don't need a never-ending cycle of decongestants that can leave you feeling drowsy. Navage is the fast and easy drug-free allergy solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Get Navage today so you can get outdoors and enjoy your favorite springtime activities. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wasi's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wasi's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wasismeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Embark on a journey through the most absurd moments of the human story with Ridiculous History, the podcast that explores the bizarre corners of human existence, like the evolution of the toilet, the story of Comic Sans, or the exploits of the notorious Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr is like, one day, my life is going to be part of a musical.
However, though, he probably didn't necessarily at this point think that he was going to be the villain.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
NFL Total Access, the podcast, is getting you ready for the NFL Draft. I'm your host, Andrew Levy, and I'll be delivering 2 shows a week to make sure you're caught up on the latest NFL news, every free agency move, and how it changes the draft needs of your NFL team. Draft experts, talent scouts, mock drafts, and shock drafts too. NFL Total Access, the podcast, on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Presented by T-Mobile for Business. Now is the time for 5G business.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
The podcast, and that is available for you over at thenewsjunkie.com, the #1 podcast in the Southeast on iHeartRadio. And all you have to do is go to the website and hit subscribe for free to keep up with what we got going on here on the show. Speaking of that, it's time to dive a little deeper into something we've been talking about on the show for a little while now. And that is this infuriating moment when you see that somebody's house has been taken over by a squatter, and then you go, imagine that was me and I felt helpless. Like, it's my house, I own it, or my family owns it, but I can't do anything about it. I can't get anybody out of this house that's living there. Now, there is a group, from what I can tell, they're trying to fight back against this, and they are called the Squatter Hunters. And Flash Shelton is the man behind the Squatter Hunters. Flash, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, there
thanks
you
for
are.
having me on.
Hey, thanks for being here today. Number 1, is that your real name, Flash, for real?
Since I was a baby.
Oh,
my God.
Flash Shelton.
You
That's
were
awesome.
You were meant to squat hunt with that name.
True, right. This could be a movie, and they won't have to change your name to anything cool afterwards. Flash Shelton works perfectly, but you're the guy behind this, the Squatter Hunters. Tell me, how'd you get started? Like, what made you want to go after people who were squatting in other people's homes, and what got this all started?
Well, I never wanted to. I wish we didn't have to deal with things like this in our country. But, 2019, after my dad passed away, a group of squatters, 2 women and 5 men, took over my mom's 2-story home in Northern California. Mm-hmm. I heard that the back door had been broken into, and I called the sheriff like everyone. And the sheriff went out and said, hey, the house is full of furniture and it looks like you have squatters and there's nothing I can do. So, I was shocked and just blown away that this could happen. We were mourning my father at the time. I spent a weekend breaking down squatter laws and rights and figured out loopholes in a system. And I figured that I could use their rights against them if I became the squatter. Mm-hmm. So I had heard that in many cases they have a fake lease. So I told my mom that I needed to go do repairs on the house and I wanted a lease in my name. And took a lease just in case. And I went there and basically scoped it out and got them out in less than a day. And it's, gone into me fighting for rights and for law change and now helping people get their squatters out.
Wow. So you squatted the squatters, which they clearly didn't see coming. This is a new tactic here for them. Now, how do you combat this in a way where, because I think here's how I look at this, Flash. I say, I understand why some of these laws exist. Like if somebody answers an ad online that says that they're renting out a place and they sign a lease and they legitimately think that they have paid their money to the right person, and then they find out, damn it, I got screwed over here. You don't want to throw those people out in 5 seconds and just leave them screwed on the street. But a lot of people do pretend to be in that scenario, from what I can pick up. Like there's a lot of people go, oh no, I've got this fake lease here. I swear I paid for this, to sort of put themselves as the victims in this scenario. Are you finding that there are people who are genuinely getting caught up in this, or most of the people tend to be squatters who have other, motives at hand?
There are victims themselves that are caught up in this. And, the thing is that I just feel like, one victim shouldn't create two victims.
Mm-hmm.
And just like if you receive stolen property or a stolen automobile, that automobile is taken from you. So they should be relocated and the house should be given back to the homeowner, regardless of how they were conned. That's a whole other situation. They should be helping law enforcement go after the people that conned them. But the homeowner shouldn't be having to lose their home over it.
Yeah, it's frustrating for a lot of people to see. And as part of the Squatter Hunters, or this operation that you've launched here, what I'm picturing like Dog the Bounty Hunter. You just rush in there, you get these guys out. What are the tactics? What are the things you can use besides, as you said, like you can kind of try to squat in your own house and push them out? What are the tactics that you use to get the squatters out?
So every situation is different. So I start with a Zoom consultation. I ask people to contribute to my cause that way. I'll start out, I'll talk to them, I'll figure out their situation, I'll break it down, simplify it. In many cases, I'm just giving advice. In the cases where I go out and take care of it for them, we spend a few days, checking out the property, watching it, doing surveillance, finding out what their schedule is like. I look into who they are. I find out their criminal background. And then if they're leaving the property, then I'll just do a change of possession. I'll take over the property, lock them out, force them, to fight to get back in if they want. But I use their rights against them when I become the squatter or a leaseholder myself. If they never leave the property, then me and a group of guys will basically enter the property. And everyone will start putting cameras up. I'll sit down on the couch and basically be like, this is what your life is going to be like now. I'm turning it into a reality show, and I'm going to expose you to the world.
All right.
Is this something you do armed? Because I would imagine that not everybody who's a squatter would take to this very nicely.
Yes, I'm fully protected. I'm trained physically and mentally, and I'm certified in de-escalation. But I am armed, body armor, firearm. I have, pepper spray, non-lethal, stun gun, stuff like that. So I am prepared, and I always go in preparing for the absolute worst. And I don't do this by myself anymore. In the beginning, I was just going in by myself, but I make sure I'm protected.
Well, what have you had in terms of reaction from these squatters? So you go in, you're like, hey, it's Flash Sheldon and the Squatter Hunters. We're here to take the place back. Have you had any people who have freaked out, tried to fight, tried to do anything like that?
I've just verbal, nobody, we're pretty intimidating. So, and we're surprising them. They have no idea, I'm surprising people in the middle of the night. I'm surprising them, they have no idea that we're even looking at them. So by the time they realize that we're not like SWAT or law enforcement or something, because we're all dressed in black and we're just like, so it's, I kind of catch them off guard, and surprise helps me. And then it's like, look, let's have a civil conversation.
Do you get scared that maybe you would get in trouble for, I don't know, impersonating an officer if it comes off that way to the people you're doing the sting with?
No, not at all. We're not showing in any way that we're law enforcement. We don't have anything that says that. We don't say that. And matter of fact, I have law enforcement working with me in these situations.
Oh, that's good.
The very first thing I do is visit the department, talk to the supervisors. One of my best supporters is law enforcement. They love what I'm doing because they want me to change the laws.
Yeah,
Man,
I mean,
Flash got it down.
I think a lot of people are interested in seeing some sort of change happen here. I know that there's been cases like you with some elderly woman who had a Hollywood Hills home. Squatters took over that. There was a nice mansion that they turned into a wild party house, a place that they used to produce OnlyFans content. Like, these places get overrun by folks who are trying to make a buck and are utilizing these houses and the laws in their favor to try to get one over on somebody, and they're not used to running into somebody like you. For some of these folks, they end up fighting for years. We had a story we talked about, Flash, where, and you might remember more details about this, this guy had somebody living in his house, and I think it was like 5 years. He could not get them out of his house, and it was in California, and he had to pay for the power to be on for them because you can't cut the power off, I guess. You know, there's all of these things that kind of hamper you as a homeowner when somebody just goes in and takes your house.
Yeah, homeowners are not allowed to, do anything. There are self-help laws, and as you've seen recently in the news, homeowners will actually be arrested if they try to kick a squatter out. So one of the things that's in my favor is that squatters have rights, because I'm actually using their rights. I'm becoming the squatter or the leaseholder. Homeowners are never presumed to be the resident, and that's why they have no rights.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about this. Yeah, it's weird, and that's why it leads to so many of these stories. What are people calling you with? What are some of the stories that they're telling you? Because I know they're going to squatterhunters.com, and some of these people are at the end of the rope, and they go, I can't get this person out of my house. I go there, they don't answer the door, they've changed the locks on me, et cetera, et cetera. What are the kind of stories that you're hearing from people who contact squatter hunters?
The craziest one is the caregiver situation, where caregivers or people posing as caregivers will go in and move in on an elderly person. They have access to their bank accounts. They drain their bank accounts, and then they refuse to leave and basically say, when you die, I'm taking this house. Those are the strangest ones. But, the other thing is going on vacation, coming home and finding somebody sleeping on your couch and being told that you can't enter your own home, or a situation like in Hollywood Hills where he answers an ad on Craigslist for a room to rent, goes in with a backpack, sits on the bed and says, okay, it's my room. Thank you.
Damn.
And she says, well, what do you mean? And he says, well, I'm not leaving. She calls the cops. He puts clothes that were in the backpack in the closet. And the cops show up and say, I'm sorry, you have a squatter. We can't do anything.
Yeah, I would be so fumed.
That's got to be extremely a gut punch and frustrating for a cop to have to say that to somebody. I mean, to hear it is awful enough. But to be a member of law enforcement and be like, your whole reason for doing this job is to try and help people, to protect and serve. And then to have to go, you know what? This guy's in your house, and I can't get him out of there. I just
sorry.
The law is so stupid that I have no authority to do so. Just sucks.
Yeah, that's a lot of people blame law enforcement, but the bottom line is, we support each other. And I believe that, they didn't sign up for their job to have to walk out with their tail between their legs. They would love to be able to grab these people by their neck and throw them out.
Is there besides the obvious free place to stay, is there another benefit? Is there another reason why people squat? Is it like to loot the place, to get furniture, to get copper? Is that, you see a lot of that happening, or is it mostly just straight up, these people don't have a place to stay and now they're picking your place?
I don't see it as these people don't have a place to stay at all. I'm seeing it as people looking at a law and saying, well, it allows me to do it. They're narcissists. They're self-entitled. They're basically people that are like, if the law is going to make it legal, then I'm going to do it. And they're just figuring out a way to live rent-free. A lot of these people have regular jobs. They leave, they go to work, they come back. Think about life if you didn't have to pay a mortgage or rent. How much money would you have in the bank?
Yeah, they just hop from one house to another. Is there anything that you could do, Flash, if somebody's like listening right now and they go, all right, I before I approach the squatter hunters here, if somebody squats in your house while you're going on vacation or something, let's say they change the locks, if they never leave the house, does that make things much more difficult for you?
Yes and no. I mean, I still we'll figure out a way to get in for me. But as far as my best advice for the homeowner is, call law enforcement first. That's the first thing you should do. But as soon as they tell you that there's nothing they can do, contact me and let me assess it and help you before you go to an attorney and give them their rights.
Gotcha. All right. That's Flash Shelton from squatterhunters.com. Thank you, Flash. Appreciate you.
And go to my YouTube, Outside the Box with Flash.
All right. Outside the Box with
Sean,
Flash.
I'm going to squat your house just so we can meet Flash in person.
He's going to bust in with his crew. That's a frightening feeling there. All right. Good luck out there. Thank you, Flash. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, there he goes. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into jury duty. We got our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm joining us. Maybe we'll talk about the legality of some of this stuff that we just went over right here and a whole lot more on the way that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ, if Ryan gets a speedboat, the next day's headline is going to be this: Captain Corn Carney causes carnage at Causeway.
Ah, damn, he did it. He did it with that.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
It was another disappointing March flameout for John Calipari after falling to number 14 seed Oakland. Cal's a good coach. He's relevant, can recruit, but Kentucky's no longer an elite program. They've got one national title in 15 years, no Final Fours in a decade. Cal's future is now up in the air in Lexington. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Listen up, my friends. Rates are getting low again. If you have a rate in the 6s or 7s, it may be time to see if you have a refinance opportunity and save the money that you deserve. Put it back in your pocket where it belongs. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. He's a true part of the Real Radio family, and that means he takes care of your family. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. R.C. Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm R.C. Hill at R.C. Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. See rchill.com for details.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
You know you should clean your carpet and tile, but did you know there's a right way to clean? Russ Rollins here for Zero Res, and they have figured it out with their patented process that leaves zero sticky, soapy chemical residue behind. They bring their own special ZR water because it cleans better and it dries faster and it's safer for kids and pets. So, no hooking up to your water. Mention my name and you get 20% off your tile and grout cleaning. And carpet cleaning is only $49 per room. Go online to OrlandoZeroRes.com. That's Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 original stations, like 24/7 comedy.
If they were really donut holes, the bag would be empty.
When you need to laugh, just open the free iHeart Radio app and search comedy.
Should we call someone? I'm like, no, that's his face.
iHeart Radio. Free never sounded so good.
Are you over 30 and putting off life insurance? It's time to get a quick quote from Ethos. A better, easier way to get term life insurance. All online with no medical exam. Answer a few health questions and you could be approved for up to $2 million. Isn't it worth 10 minutes to help protect your family's financial security? Ethos. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
HCA Florida Osceola East Emergency in St. Cloud at 4920 East Erlo Bronson Highway is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Hey listeners, do you want to win a scholarship while helping save lives? Well, now you can. Go to ProjectYellowlight.com, a scholarship competition for high school and college students to help put the brakes on distracted driving. Submit your radio ad idea and your submission could be turned into a national radio ad, just like the one you're listening to now. Make a statement, win a scholarship, save a life. Go to ProjectYellowlight.com in partnership with Project Yellowlight, NHTSA, the Ad Council, and iHeart Radio.
No purchase necessary. Ends April 1st, 2024. For details and official rules, hit up ProjectYellowlight.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The game of magnets. Taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Friend, of course, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Look at him.
Hello, Moses.
Right there. He's going to answer phones as well, so get your calls in.
Okay. Got him a little cubby there back at HQ. I don't know if his mic is on. I think his mic is on.
Am I on?
There you are. Now I can hear you loud and clear. Mo joins us at HQ so I don't spit any more of this spittle from whatever I got.
Do you typically spit on Mo when he goes to your house?
A lot. I didn't want to say anything.
Wow.
But.
In his area. I've seen it go before. Like, I've talked to Mo before and I've been like, and then when I say something, it goes off.
That's the worst thing, and when they don't notice, but you could just see the little drop of your own spit on their face.
Yeah.
It was like, let me just caress real quick.
I would argue it's worse if they do notice. That was very awkward.
Oh, I think he's done both, actually. But
Nice
Mo,
guy.
you were out. You were at Just Okay with us and had a good time, I hope. I mean, it seemed like everybody had fun out there. I don't know if you got hit by the super spreader too, but
absolutely. Tuesday night. Went down like a bag of bricks.
Perfect.
And, I'm just going to back up. These News Junkie listeners, filthy people.
I don't know what's going on with
We
you
should have
folks.
put like hand sanitizer or just maybe like something they walk through that's sanitizer. Because it seems like everyone got sick. I'm glad I dodged it.
Oh, that's what we need next
year,
time.
the UV tunnel.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the
Ozone.
fancy offices, like if you go to the New York City iHeart building, they have this hallway that you
They
walk
don't
down.
let you in there, Sean.
Well, they have a couple of times, not too many though. They have like this hallway where there's like a steam curtain. I don't know what else to call it, but they put logos on like steam that's coming down.
That's cool.
And then you walk. We need that, but like it's just getting all the grime off.
I love it. Let's work on it. We have a whole year.
Because for now, things are not going well. All right, let's get to this. Real quick, Mo, I got an email for you.
Okay.
From Ryan to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. It's his question for Mo. I mentioned him on Discord. Hello, good this day.
Good
All
this
right.
day.
Good this day. My mother lives in Central Florida, but has ambitions to build a house on a small piece of property that she owns here where I live in Wauchula County, Florida. We had it surveyed, and it turns out there's pre-existing work, a shed on the property. What steps are recommended in order for my mother to be able to build a home on the property? I'd really appreciate any advice. I'm a daily podcast listener. I'm an educator, so I catch up every night on 1.25 speed on iHeart Radio.
Cool.
Says Ryan. Do you know anything about that, Moses?
I mean, wouldn't he just need to pull a permit? Am I missing something in the question?
I don't know. Like they had the house surveyed or the land surveyed. There's a pre-existing work shed on the property. What steps are recommended to be able to build a home on the property?
Oh, you know what? I got it, Moses. Light that shed on fire.
That's true.
And,
Burn it
during
down.
a storm.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it was lightning. And then they'll probably ask, why does it smell like gasoline? And that's all on you. Figure
It's ask for permission afterwards.
I'm a
is
lawyer.
generally the thing that we try to do around here. I don't know. Does that make any sense to you?
I mean, I'm assuming he needs to remove the shed and build a house, which just means you usually have to apply for a permit. Usually you need some architectural drawings and things like that. You may have to get the property resurveyed, but it's just the normal process. I'm not seeing any sort of legal issues here that would cause a problem, but maybe there's something missing from the email here.
Well, Moses, I don't know if you caught any of the interview we just did with the squatter hunters guy.
I caught a little bit of it.
Okay, well, this guy, he's in California where I think some of the stuff is even more difficult. But he's saying he's got a new sack of weapons for if somebody just tries to take claim of your house and says that they're claiming squatters' rights. And he says he squats on the squatters and gets a lease of his own and then turns that around on folks. Do you think the squatter hunters... Do you think there's any potential liability on their half? Because this whole thing gets complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that as I was driving over and listening to the interview. I mean, it's depending on how they're getting into the home. There's certainly some liability here because they're essentially, from what I heard at least, it sounds like they're kind of using maybe unscrupulous means to get into the home, even though the person who's there, isn't supposed to be there. They're either using deceit or lying or somehow getting into the home. So there could be some potential liability there and some complicated lawsuits. Obviously, the people who are there aren't supposed to be there, but still doesn't mean that they can't sue them and possibly have damages depending on what they're doing.
Yeah, that's the most frustrating part. Like, it's as if I remember a story when I was little, when I was growing up, and my parents told me a story about something that had happened in the neighborhood, or at least this is what they said. And they said that somebody was trying to break into a house nearby, and they fell in through a skylight and hurt themselves, and they sued the homeowners. And I remember, even as a little kid, I remember being like, wait, you were breaking into somebody else's home in the middle of committing a crime?
That sounds like something that was part of the plot of Liar, Liar.
Maybe it could have been. I remember the memory I have baked in my head from being young, and my parents were telling me somebody's trying to rob a house, and they fell in through the skylight, and then they got injured. And it just
stories were weird, man. Everyone gather around. This is a bedtime story. We broke into a house.
No, it was on the news at the time,
okay.
and they were talking about it. And it was one of those things where I felt like, well, that's not fair. That shouldn't be a thing.
I kind of remember a case like that from a law school, and the teacher at the end of kind of reading this case basically goes, this ruling doesn't make any sense. And my understanding is that the person who was injured here was just really, really ridiculously good looking. And the jury felt bad for them. And so sometimes that's that's just what happens.
Well, with that in mind, Mo, would it be a good idea if you're acting as if you're acting as somebody's defense attorney to maybe do like a makeover before a trial with a jury to make somebody look a little bit more presentable?
Well, sure. I mean, that's why you have jury consultants who will say, you should wear this. You should not wear this. You should, cut your hair. You should hide your tattoos. There's all sorts of, different methods and ideology. Oh, they make great money. Yeah.
Wow. That's a crazy gig.
Jury consultants just to tell people how to look prettier.
What about if you had the situation like you have in Miami with that OnlyFans model who killed her boyfriend, and she says it was in self-defense, but there's all kinds of evidence coming forward, that this woman was crazy and stuff. She's an OnlyFans model, and all her photos from OnlyFans have been out in the media. Would you kind of want to do the opposite with her and maybe bring her down and make her not appear like that because of the nature of the story?
Well, I think because OnlyFans kind of plays into it so much, and it's been in the media so much, you have to almost sort of lean into it. Obviously admit that she was on OnlyFans, but maybe you tell her story as to why she's on OnlyFans. Maybe there's some sort of sad sob story of her family history, or,
They weren't fans of her, so she was trying to find something out there.
I mean, whatever it may be. I mean, it's, sometimes when you have something that's not a good fact for you, I'm not saying OnlyFans is not a good thing to be on, but you kind of have to lean into it.
Yeah, there's no way around it at that point, especially when it was a story that was that sexy and that got that much attention. Somebody's saying about the story I was talking about. Here's a quote. He fell through the kitchen skylight, landed on a cutting board. No, this is not true.
This is the quote from Liar Liar.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm telling you, it was a story that happened. There was a story in my neighborhood that happened like that. When I was younger, my parents told me about seeing it on the news, and my dad was upset because somebody was going to break in through the skylight. The skylight broke, and they fell into the living room and broke their leg. That's it. That's not the same story as Liar Liar, is it?
No, the one that you almost just read verbatim was the line from Liar Liar where his assistant's running out on him, and she said her friend had this thing happen where a guy fell through the skylight and cut his leg on and she said, because of guys like you, my friend had to pay $6,000, and he said, I'd have given him 10. I'd have got him 10.
Because
I would bring my mom and dad on the show, C-Lane, to verify that the story is accurate.
Okay, all right.
What happened?
Unfortunately, I can't.
Why not?
You're not going to do the Taylor Swift thing?
Because she's dead.
All right.
This is them.
Mo, quick break. We hang out with us for a bit here?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
I feel so uncomfortable.
All right, here we go. Quick break. When we come back, we've got so much to get into, including, we got to get into the world of life hacks, because Courtney just found one that blows my mind a little bit. And there's one in the news today that they suggest people start doing since the stuff is getting so expensive. More legal questions, more of all of that as we wrap things up on a Friday, all right? Stick with us. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident where Maitland Boulevard meets I-4 heading eastbound. The right lane is blocked. There's delays due to an accident on Garland Avenue at Pine Street due to an accident as well. On I-4 this afternoon through the city westbound, there's a bit of congestion between Princeton Street and Robinson Street, and the roads are wet this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the...
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Hey there, homeowners. Russ Rollins here. Are you tired of staring at a cold, unused pool? It's time to make a change. Spring is the perfect time to add solar heat to your pool and enjoy it year-round. Solar Source customers, they enjoy family time, nighttime pool parties, movie nights, birthdays, and even low-impact workouts. Don't let your pool be a monthly expense with no enjoyment. Schedule a free consultation from solarsource.com/monsters. Remember, friends of Russ Rollins save even more money.
Hi, my name's Tim Forehand. I'm a deputy sheriff
in my job, keeping in shape is important. I've tried other products to get my weight down, but nothing has worked like Andro 400. In just 3 months, I've dropped 51 pounds, down from 230 to 179. Plus, the weight's come off in the stomach area. I've gone from a snug 36-inch waist to a 32-inch waist, which I was in high school. I highly recommend the Andro 400 to all my friends.
Guys, are you frustrated because no matter how hard you try, it seems impossible to lose stubborn belly fat? Then discover why thousands of men each month rely on Andro 400. Lose belly fat, gain energy and confidence, and feel great about yourself. Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
Wow. This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill. With Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Are you over 30 and putting off life insurance? It's time to get a quick quote from Ethos, a better, easier way to get term life insurance, all online with no medical exam. Answer a few health questions and you could be approved for up to $2 million. Isn't it worth 10 minutes to help protect your family's financial security? Ethos, up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Buy a new Nissan today and make no payments till 2025. It's a slam dunk at OrlandoNissan.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is...
Another email for him in a second. When told not to talk about the thing, I always only want to talk about the thing.
You really cannot talk about the thing. So
I understand. I just said when told not to talk about the thing, I only ever want to talk about the thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that burrito that Sealand's pounding right now. Where'd you get it? What, is that a sub? Oh, man. Right, okay. You're just out of frame, all right? Still able to get the Coca-Cola products from them? They haven't changed over
Not
on you
yet, but then I'm
what
going
did they change it to? Pepsi?
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
I'm going to have to find a new sub-purveyor.
Starting next year, they said all the subways are switching from Coca-Cola products to Pepsi products.
Dude, Pepsi's done something because that was the only thing available on Brightline as well. Pepsi products. Mm-hmm.
So isn't it weird how they go out and they like fight for that ground? And a place is not like we do both. It's like either we have one or we have the other.
Yeah, they just get along.
Do you know, like, have you guys ever been to a bar? Are there bars where they go, the answer from all of us is unequivocally yes. Have you ever been to a bar where they're like, we only serve Budweiser, we don't serve X, right? Like, where there's that same battle for space going on. Oh, yeah, true. But the distributors have more, I think. But I guess the pub, or Pepsi and Coke have a lot of products too.
There wouldn't be a bar that would serve both. That would be an insane expense for no reward. I mean,
Not for us. We're drunk.
To have Coke and Pepsi at a bar, you would have to have 2 different racks of bag-in-a-box soda. You would have to have 2 different guns. It would just be a nightmare.
Yeah, no good. Moses, you a fan of one or the other? If you have to choose,
I mean, I don't drink soda anymore, but I always went Coke. I always went Coke.
I used to say the same thing, other than the Captain and Cokes I would drink. But new Sean is only into Diet Sprite. The Diet Sprite stuff, it just does it for me. I don't know. I like it. Mexican Sprite is my favorite, but I don't want to drink the Mexican Sprite, so this is like the next best thing.
You don't like Mexicans?
Yes. I just have, I got to keep my distance from anything Mexican. I drawn a line in the sand here. Sorry, friends. No, Mexican Sprite is so unbelievably good. If I could just mainline vodka and Mexican Sprite right into my body.
That would work out well, for sure.
An IV.
Yeah, I think it would be good. All right, Mo, here's an email from Ryan to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see if this has even less details than the last one.
So we like them.
Still, feel free before the end of the show to send any legal questions you have, tips@thenewsjunkie.com or via dispatch. So recently I bought a car from a private person on a Saturday, and with the title signed
never buy a car on a Saturday.
That's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Yeah. Only week. Damn it.
Yep.
I bought a car from a private person on a Saturday, and with the title signed in my hand, I got on the road and drove it home with no tag. I'm a licensed driver with insurance. Am I legal, or should I have had it towed? Thank you. Love the show, Ryan, he says.
I would have to look that up. I mean, typically when you buy a car, you have a certain amount of time to get insurance, add the car to your insurance policy, get it registered, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, if you buy it from a dealership or someplace like that, they'll usually give you a temporary tag until they can get you a permanent tag. Mm-hmm. You can certainly get stopped for it. There's no doubt about that. The question really becomes, is showing the title that you just bought the car get you out of having any sort of tag on the car? That I'm not really sure of, to be honest. I'd have to look it up for you.
A lot of that seems like it might come down to what kind of mood the officer is in.
Oh, that's definitely the case, too.
Yeah. Like if they're just feeling...
What if you have just in your glove compartment some snacks or like some way to... Is that bribing an officer if you're like...
That would be,
okay.
Yep.
Wait, even if it's snacks?
Or if it's just like, I just happen to have this extra, 4 Twinkies.
Yeah, no, not cash. All right,
no,
so
like
Sabrina...
snack, like a Snickers or something.
Yeah, Sabrina gets pulled over. She goes, officer,
You look
I know...
thirsty.
Yeah, it's been a tough day. Here's a bottle of water and a Snickers for you. Would that still be considered bribery, even though she's only worried about him having some sustenance and some water?
Thank you,
I mean, if you're legitimately worried about sustenance and water, you're not saying, I'll give this to you if you get me out of the ticket, it's probably not bribery. But you got to be careful with that. It's a fine line.
Yeah, but you said also it could be the officer's mood, and if you give him that Snickers, you know how it changes.
Right.
Supposedly, that's
you're
a
not
big
Joe
thing.
Pesci anymore.
All right, into these life hacks in just a moment. And first, some news that's rolling across. Not sure exactly what's going down yet, but the Associated Press is talking about an attack in Russia on some concert hall in Moscow. And there's like a bunch of question marks here, but I have this. Several gunmen in combat fatigues burst into a big concert hall in Moscow. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, it's Ukraine fighting back. I'll tell you right now, I would be blown away if this had anything to do with Ukraine. I would guess this would be like Czech fighters, or this would be like ex-Wagner people who are in the group. Wagner is the guy who turned against Putin for a little while and like started taking over small cities in the west of Russia. I would guess it's that as opposed to Ukraine, but a lot of people are going to think it's Ukraine off the jump. They said these folks, these gunmen in combat fatigues, fired automatic weapons at the crowd, injuring an unspecified number of people. Russian news reports said the assailants also used explosives, causing a massive blaze at the Crocus City Hall, Crocus, on the western edge of Moscow.
This reminds me of that Eagles of Death Metal.
Yeah,
Like,
very much so.
man.
Yeah, and that was very bad, obviously, that. And it's unfortunate nowadays because we used to think that when you got to go to a performance or a band playing live or a concert, it was a place where you would be safe, where you wouldn't have anybody bothering you. And then you see the attack on the Bataclan in Paris. That was the Eagles of Death Metal one, I believe. And then you had the attack on that music festival in Las Vegas, of course, famously.
MGM?
One of the from the was it from the MGM? No, it was from was it? Is the one that looks like a pyramid? Was where they were shooting from the main shooter?
No, it was across from where we saw that outdoor festival.
Yeah, the outdoor festival that was on the grass area there, but the shooter was inside that hotel room that looks like a big giant pyramid there.
You know,
right
it's so
across from
weird that have you seen that they have completely put a wall over it?
It's Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay, that's it.
Like
yeah.
if you go down that hallway, technically the room is still there behind it,
No
but they
way.
completely put like a wall and like a framed picture, and
You know why they do
it'll
that?
Always be shut off forever.
Because I remember when Anna Nicole Smith died, and even after that, people were like, I want to rent the room where Anna
That's
Nicole
weird,
Smith
man.
died.
I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that.
But then again, her ghost must be fun.
Yeah.
Look at my body. Ooh.
That chick used to get wild. Do you remember the footage of her with all that makeup on her face, like the clown makeup when she was on something? I don't even know what.
Remember her reality TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
She walked so we could run. Come on. let's
Yeah,
be
she was
honest.
so entertaining in many, many ways, but unfortunately, I guess, troubled as well. But that's the thing people do. I think people still want to stay in the Whitney Houston room, wherever that went down.
I wonder how
That was a hotel?
No, that was her house, I thought.
Was it? I thought it was a hotel room. Whitney Houston was in the bathtub.
What about the Bob Saget room? Is that closed?
I would not be surprised if people try to get that too. That's probably
I don't
open,
know.
though.
I think it's open. I think that's I think they've replaced the bed. But
I hope so.
Overall, I don't think that hotel is going to go down as being famous for that. It might.
No, and I don't even know that a lot of people know which one it was. It was the Four Seasons, right?
The JW, what's there? JW and the Ritz Carlton, maybe.
Ritz Carlton,
one of
that's what it
those.
was. The Ritz Carlton is where he was, and that all went down there. Okay, a couple of
this got
things. It always does. It tends to around here. A couple of things I want to toss out. Courtney just came in and she was so excited. She's like, I just found a huge hack. And I was like, oh, there's the hack in the news that I was going to get to.
Hacks.
So she has one of those Swiffer things. We got like a Swiffer. You guys know what that is, right?
Yep, I have two.
The Swiffer thing, she said you got to buy this like plastic thing that goes on it that has all the liquid in it. It's super expensive to get the refills for it. It's like $14. And she says she looked up online and she found a way to like pop the top off it, refill it, and then put the top back
Refill
on.
it with what though? You can just get like
They tell you
gallon of.
They just cleaner. Like
But for the
say-
floor though, like that is a beautiful lavender smell. Do I
yeah,
still
they tell
get
you,
that?
but they tell you the exact same stuff that you could put in there, and then you just dump it back in and saving yourself some monies.
Ooh.
And I said this as I was looking at this story where a woman is going mega viral right now.
Mega
on
viral.
all the social media.
Facebook,
that one,
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
And Sealand, I'm going to toss this to you because I'd like you to digest what's happening here. This woman
Along
said,
with my sub?
yes. This woman said, stop it. Stop wasting money. She said, White Claws, High Noons, these things are like $20-something, $24 for a 12-pack now. She goes, here's how you do this. And she pulls out...
How to make a White Claw yourself?
Yes. She pulls out a handle of vodka, and then she pulls out a seltzer, and she mixes the two and goes, there you go.
Okay.
There's your White Claw right there. And I was like, isn't there more to it than that? Or is that literally what it is? Is that what everybody's paying all that money for?
Well, first of all, White Claw, the original White Claw doesn't have vodka in it. It's a hard seltzer. It's probably some sort of malt beverage.
All right.
But they have the White Claw vodka sodas or whatever. But basically, she's just saying you're overpaying for a simple drink.
What about High Noon, though? Is High Noon tequila?
The High Noon has different ones. They have vodka ones, tequila ones.
Do you like those seltzers, Moses?
I've had a seltzer now and then.
I don't like it.
There's so many that
favorite,
are good.
but, you know.
There's 9,000 different versions of these, and like half of them are god-awful
I
bad.
just saw the Sunny D one at the Bright Line station.
Terrible.
It made me feel weird. My inner child was like, but you loved this growing up.
They're not good
It has
anymore.
vodka in it.
Can I tell you what type of person Christopher Lane is? I don't think I told this story.
A nice guy, father of one.
Did I tell the story about when C-Lane and I were getting ready for Just Okay and we went to the liquor store?
Oh, that was part of your to-do list. Interesting.
Yeah.
I was
We had to
for
go.
you guys everywhere. You were at the liquor store.
We were getting liquor for everybody who was backstage, and we were getting ice. We were tasked with that as well. And it only took us a couple minutes because it was right by the venue. So we went over there, and I dropped some monies on getting some booze for everybody to hang out.
You're
welcome.
I'm hopping around because my leg was killing me. And all of a sudden, C-Lane disappears. I'm like, where is C-Lane? And I'm looking around the liquor store to try to find C-Lane. And this son of a bitch found a free sample section of the liquor store. And I'm like, he's over there getting the free samples at the liquor store. And I go, it's still so insane to me that they have free samples at Total Wine.
I wonder,
or like
can you
ABC.
treat it like Costco, where it's like you go around one time, give it about 10 minutes, and you're like, I
Put
have
a mustache on. Yeah, right. Yeah. Head right back through. And you're like, what are you talking about? That guy was me. What was it? Do you remember what the sample was of?
I think it might have been the White Claw vodkas because
really?
I can't bring myself to buy the White Claw vodka. I think it's dumb. I think people are saying like basically if you take that and mix it with soda water, you're making like ipso facto White Claw. But I was just like, let me see what this tastes like. Tastes like black cherry.
They have gotten insanely expensive. There's no doubt about that. All right, 2 more of your comments. And also we see coming through as of just a handful of minutes ago, Kate Middleton. There's been a lot of question marks around her this week, huh? How about that? And all the conspiracy theories. They said Kate Middleton has just realized that she has, or revealed rather, that she has cancer.
She put out a video and everything. And like, this is very clear. I mean, that it's her, 1, and 2, that she is going through something. She looks significantly skinnier.
Does she really? Like, I'm going to bring this video up. We'll hear from her. And this comes as all of these conspiracy theories were floating out there as to what was happening with the princess. And the king has cancer too, right? So 1-2 punch there in the royal family right now.
Wouldn't it be a real punch in the face if you don't get the same doctor as the king, as Kate Middleton?
They got to go a lower rung. You know, you're not up as high. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll get to that. We'll hear from the princess and see what's happening with her health. We'll get more of your questions into Moses DeWitt. Send those in as dispatches or emails, and a whole lot more as we roll on a Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Doing a quick checkup on some of the major roadways. Slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. Irregular delays on I-4 between US 27 and after Sand Lake Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Maitland Boulevard eastbound at I-4. The right lane is blocked. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Garland Avenue at Pine Street. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Kissimmee.
Save up to 60% at the Mattress Warehouse semi-annual clearance sale with mattresses starting at just $89. Plus, get floor floor model blowout pricing on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Don't miss your last chance to save. Only at Mattress Warehouse.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. See rchill.com for details.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious. Your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Hey, Orlando, are you looking for new ways to save? Well, on Verizon, you don't need to be on a family plan to get our best deals. Switch to Verizon, and for a limited time, plans start at just $50 per month for a single line with autopay plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone with unlimited welcome. That's a savings of $15 per month. And when you switch now, you can save on the things you love to stream, like Netflix and Max. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. A better plan to save is Verizon. This offer won't last long. Visit your local Verizon store to switch and save big today. $180 BYOD promo credit per phone applied over 36 months for new customers with one new line with your own 4G or 5G smartphone on unlimited welcome plan required. $360 local promo credit applied over 36 months for new customers with one new line. Additional terms apply. In select markets only. Auto pay and paper-free billing required. For unlimited welcome plan in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Life Imaging FLA is an incredible service that saves lives. They've saved the life of 4 of my friends and a bunch of listeners. Life Imaging FLA. Listen, getting that early detection, early scan can save your life. And here's my goal this month. I want to have at least 50 friends and family go for that free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is definitely worth it. Help me spread the word and have a conversation with your loved ones and get them in to get that free heart scan. Book your scan now for Life Imaging FLA. Early detection saves lives. Call Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, few minimum requirements, and you can have that scan done. It's free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds and ask about cancer screening. Get a scan if you can. Early detection of cancer can definitely save your life. It's Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeart Media. Get a scan if you can. Life Imaging FLA.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. free.
Life is too short to let allergy and sinus issues hold you back. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, we understand the impact these challenges can have on your life. Imagine a life free from constant sneezing, itchy eyes, and sinus headaches. Our expert team provides comprehensive allergy testing and personalized treatment plans, ensuring your specific needs are addressed. Simple relief, better life. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, visit aspireallergy.com to schedule an appointment. aspireallergy.com and tackle your allergies head on.
It's spring. Time to gather your friends and family and fire up the grill with some Kingsford charcoal. Because everything tastes better cooked on the grill. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, Kingsford Original will give your food that authentic, wood-fired barbecue flavor everyone craves.
This is so good.
Because it's not spring until you've thrown some burgers on the grill. With Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 24/7 comedy.
Men don't settle down. We surrender.
Women, we never express the emotions we're actually feeling, right? I'm fine means I'm about to stab you in the neck.
Clips from today's top comedians and the greatest of all time.
Donut hole. If you want a donut, have a donut. Why are you eating the hole?
When you need a laugh, just open the free iHeart Radio app and search comedy.
You can actually change the station.
iHeart Radio. Free never sounded so good.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
Seeing during the break from this attack in Moscow, which, who knows what's going on just yet. I said it might be like some Chechen people, and that would be my guess. That would be where my gut was, but who knows? Maybe Wagner people, maybe any number of different groups. But I saw some Telegram footage where they clearly had somebody with them filming, and they were just straight up like point blank, going through the crowd at this place. So I think it's going to be pretty bad. And there's really bad footage of that out there. If you're trying to stay away from it, steer clear of anything that you see that says it's about this Moscow theater shooting. If you look at how this was handled last time, like if we go to a hostage situation, I don't know if you guys know, way back in the day, I say way back in the day, I don't know, it was like 20
when I was
years
a
ago.
young warthog.
There was an attack on a theater in Moscow. You guys may have heard of this, but it was called Dubrovka Theater. And these Chechens took over this theater in Moscow, and they took like hundreds of hostages, right? And you would think, well, what are the Russians going to do? They're going to work this out and, have like a back and forth and do a negotiation? No. The Russians gassed the whole place, like hostages inside and everything.
Oh.
And then went inside and like killed off all the terrorists, but killed like over 130, I think, of the hostages too. And so if it goes the way that the Dubrovka theater thing went, it could be pretty bad. So that's something that we have on the horizon out there as a story to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, I wonder how people feel who were posting all these TikToks and stuff of the Kate Middleton conspiracy stuff.
Yeah, man. There were so many of them, and some of them very defamatory. Like,
and it's not her, and it was because the prince is cheating on her, and all kinds of stuff.
She had a mental breakdown, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And now I'm wondering, because they had this footage that was released earlier this week of them walking through like some farmer's market.
Yeah.
Or something. They're like, that's not her. There's no way. It looks like the lookalike. And it turns out, no, it was her. It's just she's going through cancer treatment.
Yeah, she's sick. She's not feeling well. And she released a message on her Instagram. So to try to combat some of the stuff we've had out there and we've even talked about, because there was a lot of people focused on this. Let's see what she has to say from her own mouth. The Princess of Wales.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful.
All right.
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present.
Damn.
My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment.
All right, so what she's saying is like she has spent the last handful of days and weeks talking to her kids and explaining what's going on with this. And
do you think that's what the Photoshop thing was about?
Maybe it could have been. Somebody said, Lee Bot on Twitch says, I bet that's a wig. I don't think you'd be far along enough. When you take a round of chemotherapy, it takes a while before your hair falls out and all that stuff.
But it'll make you weak AF.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, and I'm no expert, even though this has hit my family incredibly hard, but when you take chemotherapy treatment, basically what you're doing is killing off all the cells in your body with the hopes of killing off more cancer cells than non-cancerous cells as you do it. So you're just like, it's like bringing your power level down as low as you possibly can. And then you hope you can start charging it back up. And when you charge your power level back up, you don't bring the cancerous cells along with it, which essentially is you start these cells in your body that when you replicate, because they're always replicating cells, they replicate with an error, and that's a cancerous cell. And so if that's happening in your liver or, it starts spreading through your body, the rest is history. So some sort of stomach cancer for the Princess of Wales. Tough news to see, and hopefully she's all right. With the king already. I don't care about the royal family.
Cancer City over there.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Again, I don't. Royal families in 2024, all that stuff is really stupid, but they're still human beings, so I feel bad about that. All right, let's see. Not Sure has a question for us. Let's see what the question is.
Good afternoon.
Hey.
Question.
Answer.
Do you guys ever do the show without Sean? Because I know
almost today
you have shows with C-Lane out, shows with Sabrina out, and I've been listening for a few years now, and I don't think I've heard a show with Sean being out.
Yes, definitely within the last couple of years. If he's listening for the last couple of years, we've had definitely shows where I've been out.
When we were at HQ. Shows. Oh, thank you. When we were at HQ, like whenever
you
was
have to
here
say that because
present.
you're here, Moses.
I think since pandemic we haven't, just because it became a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, that might be right. Yeah, because then it would have been like everybody just doing it from their house, and then like my studio is where stuff gets routed through.
He won't let us in.
We'll probably do more of that moving forward. Like, there's a lot more.
I did wake up and go, "Are you cool, or am I hosting the show today?"
Yeah,
it was like we didn't know if your voice was going to make it.
I'm doing surprisingly better than I thought voice-wise. I thought that I would be shredded yesterday.
You're at a 91, I think.
All right, I'll take it. That sounds good.
Where are you at with your little mug of Dayquil? Chugged?
About almost all the way down.
Finish it off.
No, it's so bad. And now it's not warm at all. Like, it's really cold. It's this cold Dayquil. Ugh, God, bad stuff. And then on Monday, things should be interesting on the show.
Jesus, Sean, stop.
Why?
You cannot. I specifically started the conversation with, this cannot be shared.
What did I say? I said on Monday the show should be interesting.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm getting a stare down right now from Big Boss.
We can say that I won't be here.
Where are you going?
I have to play dad for the day.
Oh.
You are a dad. You don't just play a dad.
It's not like a TV doctor gig.
Sometimes I think it is.
He forgets from time to time. All I'm saying is that the show on Monday should be interesting.
All right.
I don't think that's not true. I think the show on Tuesday should be interesting, too. We aim
Wednesday,
to try to be interesting.
Back to basic.
I think all of the days.
We're having fun.
I'm just like...
What? What's up?
Did they say specifically just like...
Yes. Don't.
But we can't say that you're doing a full body waxing on Monday.
This is how Tourette's works. You know that, right? The whole reason that people with Tourette's curse is because they focus very hard on not saying curse words. So Sean gets a little Tourette'sy when you tell him secret stuff.
My thing is just like, do you think there's not ever going to be a conversation about this? Because obviously there's going to be a conversation about this at some point.
There is. But that is not today. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
All right. I could feel how much you want to say something.
It's been a very interesting segment.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely best of this sucker.
Well,
we have to go to break.
I'm not here to cut ahead of anything else. I mean, I am actually, but I won't for now.
He's gonna go. Well, listen. You're gonna go live on YouTube or something.
No, I'm not.
Secret shows it.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I just say there are things happening. Well, is that saying too much?
I don't know. I'm scared.
I'm saying there are things happening
with your
at
body.
the radio. No. There's things happening at the radio station that we'll have to deal with here eventually. That. All right, Monday's going to be interesting. All right, that's all I'm saying. I'm putting that down on the board.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm sorry that I've done this now, and you guys are at HQ.
Yeah, exactly.
Swimming in the tank.
No, you're not.
It's been fun, folks. It's been fun.
Oh my God, Sean!
It's really fun. All right, quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that did make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Talking you down on your drive home. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast across central Florida. And for the rest of today, we are expecting a bit of a gloomy day, a mostly cloudy sky, but we will expect the heaviest of the rain to continue to exit through the late morning hours. But by the early afternoon, we'll be mostly dry, leaving us with just some patchy sprinkles over the course of your Friday afternoon. For Saturday morning, we'll see the return of a good soaking rain with a few thunderstorms possible, especially south of Orlando. Plenty of dry time, though, through midday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Stuck him with a shot! I want to go! What a goal! Duncan McGuire!
Orlando City is back at home this Saturday, March 23rd at 7:30 p.m., taking on Austin FC in their first visit to Orlando. Be sure to stick around after the match for the 90s post-game concert presented by Enter & Co., featuring Vanilla Ice, Rob Bass, and Montel Jordan. Tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Elevate your outdoor living space this year using stone. Tanzite has developed stone decking, crafted without any plastic composite materials to redefine durability. Visit Tanzite.com to see how stone decking doesn't scratch, stays cooler, isn't slippery, and has all the durability you would expect from stone, which is why it's guaranteed for life. At Tanzite.com, you will see how we developed stone to easily transform any ordinary wood deck. You can even make your deck waterproof for a dry space below. Versatile and adaptable, Tanzite is perfect for decks, stairs, over concrete, or ground applications. Visit Tanzite.com to start planning your project with a free 3D design and construction plan tailored to your space. Order a sample today to witness the incredible beauty and durability firsthand at Tanzite.com. That's TANZITE.com.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
Spring is in the air, but so are airborne allergens like tree pollen, grass, mold, and ragweed. If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage springs into action quickly, helping you breathe more clearly in just 30 seconds. And you don't need a never-ending cycle of decongestants that can leave you feeling drowsy. Navage is the fast and easy drug-free allergy solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Get Navage today so you can get outdoors and enjoy your favorite springtime activities. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers.
These stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday.
You know what stupid thing I was really tempted to do today?
What?
Go back to that deal store.
Oh, why?
I want to see what it looks like on a Friday.
No, God, it's mayhem, man. It's just mayhem. People were waiting in that line from Thursday at like 2 p.m. or whenever they can start.
Do you think that's something that's going to happen like every week for this place? Because it said grand opening on the building, so I feel like it hasn't been around, and maybe people are just like, new, this is kind of like the new thing, it's like a honeymoon phase for them? Or do you think like for the time this place exists, every Thursday night there's be people lining up?
I don't know, man. It has a weird vibe to it.
I wouldn't trust lining up in that place.
Oh.
Yeah. We're talking about the Amazon deals place where it's like all the return stuff from Amazon. And you go in and on certain days, it's like everything is $10, everything is $7, everything is $4.
I'm going to run into so much of my stuff.
You might.
I'd return all the time.
That would be the ultimate trick. If you bought like a laptop, knowing exactly where it would go if you returned it, and then you waited first in line for when that would open up and snagged it.
So is this different from people that buy like pallets of return items, and it's like you don't know what's in it until you have bought it already and you open it?
I don't know.
I think this is more like they have created a store concept, and they're not the only ones. I don't think you're even the only ones on that road that do this. But I think they buy the pallets. Then every Friday they dump them in these troughs.
Yeah,
and then you spend the whole week getting rid of all that stuff until you renew it each Friday.
Yeah, I might go back.
I kind of want to go.
It's so tempting, even though you know
you can get birthday and Christmas gifts now for everybody.
It's true. You really could actually. It would be a great place to do that if you're not quite as worried about things. Now I'm looking at the outro song for Today I Learned Today. Whew.
Does it have curse words, Sean?
No, just sort of for other reasons.
Oh my God. So he's still going to do it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just. I wish I was kidding. I wish it was just a funny. We do have something left on the Mo list. Let's get to that here, Sealand. What do we have on the Mo list that you were mentioning to me?
So we talked, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, about the one of the rappers that was on trial, and you said that because of the number of witnesses that they have listed on the docket, that the trial would last till like 2026 or something.
Yeah, they said if they didn't change it.
If they didn't change it, if they went with all the people they listed down. And I was like, is that common for one side of a trial to stack the witness list to slow everything down? And Sean was wondering, he kept saying you have a right to a speedy trial. Does that mean the trial itself has to be quick, or it just means you have the right to start the trial quickly?
It's just to start the trial quickly. So I think this is in Georgia that you guys were talking about it, but in Florida, it's you have to be brought to trial within 175 days for a felony or 90 days for a misdemeanor, but you can always waive your right to speedy trial. And so, usually if people are out on bond, especially, they'll waive their right to a speedy trial, and that's why you don't see these trials start for years, because as a defendant, you're really not in a hurry to go to trial a lot of times because it may not go real well for you. But I've never seen a trial actually take years. I mean, usually a month-long trial is a very long trial.
What was the longest? What do you think the longest trial? I thought the OJ one was like really, really long.
That's pretty long.
But
OJ was a few months, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and that's
wasn't the case for that rich attorney pretty long? The one who they thought they murdered his wife or whatever.
Which rich attorney?
Very wealthy, powerful attorney, and not only did they think that he had killed his wife, but they believed that maybe he had killed other people, and the nanny died, and it was a docuseries.
Murdaugh.
Murdaugh
was only 2 weeks, I think.
Was it? Okay, I thought that had dragged on for a little bit longer.
There was the Myra Clark Gaines case. Did they teach that in law school, Moses?
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's considered the longest civil lawsuit in U.S. history, and with good merit, because it lasted from 1834 to 1891.
Wow.
Damn.
But it wasn't in trial the entire time. It was just a long case.
Long lawsuit, yeah.
Well, in order to get the documents over, it wasn't an email. It was like Pony Express or something, right?
It takes a lot longer when you do it that way. That was it, because I didn't even think about that until Sealand brought it up. It was like, you hear right to a speedy trial, and you think that means that I can get my judgment fast, but it's only that you can get started with the process to get that going. You're not guaranteed that it's going to wrap up in any short period of time.
No, not at all. So a quick Google search says that the Guinness World Record is 4.5 months of deliberation from a 1992 case.
That's incredible. That's just the jury deliberating?
That's the jury deliberating. This was in the UK, and it looks like the trial lasted 20 months with the court sitting for 320 days.
Damn. That's something else.
You must get a good little chunk of money, right?
I hope so.
Somebody's probably spending something,
How many pounds?
All right, let's see what we got here. Some dispatches coming in.
The most lucrative jury duty there ever was.
$7 a day really adds up.
On the way out, I'm not taking your speculation dispatches because honestly, this is not a super funny thing, but I'll go over to this one. Fatty Matty says, remember the first time Sean was out?
I remember listening to the first time Sean was out and Sabrina had to host. God, that had to have been terrifying. You tell you're a little nervous because every 15 minutes it seemed you just kept repeating the radio call sign.
No, that wasn't the first time.
TKS, HDFM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando.
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time. That was a really long time ago.
It was a bit we did, right?
We did Sabrina on the Job, and it was Sabrina is the news junkie, and she hosted the show.
I'm having a flashback right now. After the first segment, because Sean was producing, so we were like in different studios, and C-Lane goes to like set up the board, and he looks at me, and he could just see deer in headlights. And he just spits Diet Coke everywhere.
Yeah. It was a legit spit take.
It was like, she looked like shell shock, like a World War II soldier who was
a 1,000-yard stare.
I had planned for days, and then I look up at the clock when I start. I'm like, you've only been on for 2 minutes, and you just blew out 2 segments of information. So that's when I started reading things.
But that might have been 8 years ago or something, I would guess.
9 maybe.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago. So that was way back when.
I almost said 13, like we've been on that long.
It was 27 years ago, you guys.
Here is Texas for Life talking about the eclipse that's coming up soon.
What up, junkies?
Nerd.
So y'all were talking about the eclipse on the podcast, so I'm catching up. But Yeah, the last one came through, and I was actually living up in Washington State at the time.
Yeah.
My grandparents drove up from Texas, and we actually road tripped over to the Oregon coast, but stopped in the middle of that trip at a little town called Madras. I think there was like 300 people that technically lived there, and I think there ended up being over 30,000 people in that town.
Wow.
All right,
just to watch the eclipse. That's a good stopping point. Here's not
You
sure.
need to have a 1.5x button on these dispatches sometimes.
That's
like
not a
the
bad
podcast.
idea, man.
This says, I have a question.
Good afternoon. Question.
Answer.
Do you guys ever do the show without?
I already did that. We already did that. Okay. Here's Blonde Brew Hubs.
All right, question for Mo.
Did they ever do the show?
sold a friend a car like a year ago. Still hasn't paid me. No even like inkling of even attempting to pay me. I have text messages back and forth about the amount that we agreed upon.
That's a good way to do a
title,
sale.
Yeah.
I put gift because, I didn't want him to pay the taxes.
People do that.
For his kid, Is there anything I can do to recoup that money? I am just tired of
I have a side question on this.
All right.
So he wants to recoup his money. He put $0 on the title or gift so that the friend wouldn't have to pay taxes. Now, if he tries to bring up in court or something these text messages with the price on it, isn't that an admission of guilt on his part that he has now defrauded the state of Florida?
Well, they both defrauded the state of Florida because if he recorded the title,
too late to dump this,
and then
this ain't great.
Go ahead and put out his address and phone number for the feds. But they both defrauded the state of Florida now because he agreed to put gift, and the other person presumably recorded the title with the gift. So neither one of them paid taxes on that transfer. So that is fraud technically. Now he could still sue them in small claims court, but that's a risk that both of them could possibly face. Is it likely? Well, it depends if anybody out there is listening to the show.
Yeah, well,
True.
the feds love the news junkie. Just keep sending him Venmo requests for the amount.
True.
He'll click pay at one point.
Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. There is a billionaire real estate tycoon down in Miami who is freaking out on social media.
What happened?
He has been taken in for a mental health evaluation after posting concerning clips of him firing guns and ranting about the Second Amendment outside his Miami Beach mansion, they said. He's wearing a MAGA hat in these videos and firing a shotgun on his boat by his $19.5 million waterfront home. He said he was firing blanks at the time, but still, they've taken away his weapons, and he's been brought to a local healthcare facility for a mental health evaluation. How about this? You guys got to see this. Hang on. Give me just a second to bring this up here.
Beep, boop, boop.
Shocking moment. Here it is. There is a passenger jet that was flying by a festival that was in Mexico, and all the people at the festival decided to shine lasers at the passenger jet all at the same time.
Oh, wow. That's
Shut up.
stupid.
I'll get rid of all the pop-ups. Hang on.
No.
Yeah.
I was saying that's a stupid idea. I was trying to give you some time to get rid of
But
all those
also,
pop-ups.
I mean, that's something to give to the organizers that multiple people had lasers.
Oh, yeah. Not even just multiple. Look how many lasers there are. This
Laser
is like
fest.
crazy to look at, the amount of lasers that were
That
shot
almost
up
looks
the
like the
sky.
lighting guy had got on the laser thing and said, "Oh, look, there's a jet. Point all the
Jesus.
lasers upwards."
Look at all of that. What is that? Moisturizer?
Yeah,
Could
there's
you
a
have
lot of
more
ads.
little ads for them? I think just one is fine. Thank you.
This is the best I can do. This is all I can do for you right now. This is the way we go out.
Oh, it's
all
back.
right. Thank you, folks.
Oh, well, take your word for it.
Yeah, appreciate you all hanging out with us. And anything else I had? No. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Let's do. Sorry.
Today.
Sorry. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned. My God.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for Friday, March 2024.
Moses, you had to be there at the studio to help them out.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah. Mo, we love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for everything you've done for us.
So it's a beautiful studio you have here.
Yeah, we'll give you a little gift basket on the way
I
out.
appreciate that.
Make the most of it. Just
I probably
enjoy
won't
it.
be here for another 5 years.
Okay.
All right. right, folks, here we go. Today I learned this band right here.
The Bengals?
That is nice work right there. Yes.
Just with the shakers, man.
It is the Bengals. Lead singer, Susanna Hoffs is the name of the lead singer.
That's a tambourine one doesn't forget.
She was tricked into recording one of their other songs, Eternal Flame, while she was completely naked. It said... Olivia Newton-John said, I did my best vocals of all time nude, and she convinced me that I should do it as well. So she headed into the studio nude, and Olivia Newton-John said, just kidding.
Oh,
didn't really do it though. Got him. Today, I learned there's no federal statute that says a private business, person, or organization must accept currency or coins. There might be state ones, but there's at least no federal one at the very least. Today, I learned this guy right here. Sam
Smith.
When you're in the kitchen, you're doing?
Cooking. Sam Cook.
Sam Cook is right. That's correct. Today, I learned Sam Cook was shot to death in self-defense at the age of 33, wearing only a sports jacket and shoes.
Sam, well done. Then.
The way he died. Famed King of Soul. And an amazing performer, for those of you who don't know. Speaking of people who died and things that died, Harambe was 17 years old and had not reached breeding maturity when he was shot and mercilessly killed at the Cincinnati Zoo. And finally, friends, see you later. Today, I learned this band.
That's Black Sabbath.
Metallica is right. Metallica, yes. Fade to Black. Metallica's lawyer once sent a cease and desist letter to a cover band. Metallica said, we had no idea this had been sent. They apologized and told the Rolling Stone they started out as a cover band themselves. They even recorded a 2-disc album of covers, so they felt real bad about everything.
Mo got his gift bag, too. That's awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Jack just popped in and gave me a gift bag.
Nice guy.
Nice guy.
Great timing on that. Well, folks, we'll see you sometime. Thanks for hanging out with us. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. See you later.